Okay, let's continue on with more Rebellious Recipe Trilogy, where we are going to be, I don't know if we'll finish the case today. We'll probably be, considering it took me about 4 hours to get through, 4.5 hours to get through the thing. We could barely finish it, or just, like, not get there right near the end. But we'll see how everything goes, and hopefully it works out. So, yeah, let's just get things started. We're about to, it seems like we're about to figure out who Anonymous might be, or at least, like, where they came from and stuff, so let's just, get things started. Also, I didn't notice that there's only, isn't that many safe, actually, no, there were 10 safe states, never mind. Alright. We're about to find out about Anonymous TBD's, whereabouts, potentially, so we'll see how all of that goes. So we've just discovered that Anonymous had to have jumped off of the prison to fly down. From there, he could have easily have reached the inner sanctum by parachute. That means he might have also killed the High Priest. What? Mr. Amos, were you the third party at the inner sanctum? The one behind the warning to halt the right that the victim received? It was you that we saw in his final memory. Are you the rebel hunter, Lady Kira? I wasn't needing to stream a little bit earlier, but not really. I need to wait like 10 minutes anyway, so it wouldn't have been that much sooner. The prosecutor, sir, help me out here. He did it. He finally left him speechless. Oh, come on, Mr. Prosecutor Man. Quiet, you fool. You should use this time to prepare yourself for what is to come. For a fate far worse than hangnail hell awaits for you now. Well done, defense. I must concede this point to you. The witness did, in fact, descend to the inner sanctum from Royal Penitentiary number 4. Didn't even put up a fight this time. It's awfully generous of him. But if you are as perceptive as you seem, then surely you've already figured out the riddle. The riddle of Anonymous's true identity. His true identity? Not sure I know quite yet, but I guess I'll have to answer with something. It would seem that I am the only one still in the dark here. Would the defense care to enlighten me? Who is this man we've been calling Anonymous? Witness's true identity is, the only person that we can, we're actually presenting evidence, instead. This? Just because, I mean, there's nothing else here I can really present that would give me something like, it has to be this. There's no other, there's nothing else that would even like, is this really him? Only now do you realize the truth. Plus, if he came from the prison, then obviously that makes sense with the wanted poster, so yeah. Well, please do share with us your belated insights. What's wrong, Nick? Why are you holding back? Because this isn't going to be very helpful to our case. Really? Are you sure? Fortunately, I've got no other choice. That scruffy beard and shaggy mane completely threw me off. But it's all becoming clear now. The nighttime base jump from the mountaintop prison, precision landed the inner sanctum using a homemade parachute, only a paratrooper, or more precisely a former paratrooper, could have pulled that off. This witness is Dad's a rebel, prison escapee, and key member of Dhurke's rebel group. What? The witness is an escaped prisoner? Precisely. The police have been scouring every corner of the city to no avail. Meanwhile, here he was under our noses the entire time. Didn't think anyone would see through my clever disguise. But the witness's charade is all not that has been shattered. Is it defense? Boy, do I hate this guy. Please recall the defense's own words. Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the High Priest. The letter said, do not perform the rite. The rite went on as scheduled. I believe that is why the High Priest was murdered. Who do you suppose sent that letter? Person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself. You claim that the real killer was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Yeah, and what's your point? What of the witness's true identity? Only a paratrooper, or precisely a former paratrooper, could have pulled that off. This witness is that's a rebel, prison escapee, and key member of Dhurke's rebel group. No. He is a rebel, and an escaped prisoner. He could not possibly have been Lady Kira, a mortal enemy of the rebels. Now, perhaps the witness will enlighten us to the truth. After all, he has yet to refute any of this. You got me! I'm the razor-sharp fangs of the Defiant Dragons. That's a rebel! Is he gonna actually do a transformation, or... When did you get your memory back? I'm assuming he never lost it. Well, around the time you guys were talking about there being no wind. But you gotta give me credit for making up all that testimony off the top of my head. Are you prepared to tell us the truth now? Well, it's true I parachuted down to the inner sanctum. But I banged my head on impact and ended up unconscious outside the ritual curtain. In short, all my eyewitness testimony was a big fat lie. A big fat lie? Yeah. Oh, and by the way, long time no see, beauty. Wait, they know each other? Your Majesty. This filthy rebel belongs in a jail cell. Oh yes, of course. I left to seize him at once. Seems you really have forgotten the will of the dragon, are you? But I haven't. And no dogs of the Garan regime are gonna lay a finger on me. Yup. Oh, he just jumped. Okay. Deploy all available resources. I want all units placed on high alert. I'm just gonna wait for the damn light to turn back on again, because it was really dark before, and now it's not really dark, so... The escaped prisoner escaped again! The police force have been placed in high alert. He will be caught before long. The escaped prisoner who escaped the law again after giving a ton of false testimony. Talk about a troublemaker. Really put a number on all of us. What's the point of all that anyway? Well, I can't help but feel that entire episode was an enormous waste of time. Your Majesty. Perhaps it was not as great of a waste as you might believe. What makes you say that, Prosecutor somebody? That's a rebel dropped something as he made his escape from these holes. The scrap of paper looks awfully familiar. These appear to be direct orders from Dhurke. From Dhurke, the rebel leader? Oh, but we only have a small corner of it. Wait, I remember now. Your Majesty, I've seen that scrap of paper before. You have? Scrap of paper that rebel dropped is a part of this. It would have to be the... Probably this, the bloodstained letter. Because looking at how it is at the moment, it looks like it's around the same, It looks like it's around the same thing. So it would have to be the letter. Seeing the shape of it.
Take that!
says. We found it at the scene of the crime. It appears to be a copy of the order that Mr. Rebel dropped. If we put the two together, we should be able to read what the order says. Oh my, and what does it say, Mr. Wright? I'm assuming he can't read it because it's in Koreanese. I can't read Koreanese. Prosecutor Samari, if you please. The ignorant lawyer is not bothered to learn our language. Very well then. I do not understand. Well, what does it say? Using the lights as a landmark, he was to parachute down to the inner sanctum. Upon the right's completion, he was to don Lady Kira's robes and make his escape. What? That is how he was to escape from prison? So if I were to assume that Mr. Rebel was the one who killed the High Priest, then maybe it was because Abbott and me tried to thwart his escape plan. Oh, foul lawyer. I'm afraid that is simply ludicrous. But I didn't say anything. Did you just read my mind? I know how your putrid mind works. Unfortunately for you, however, now that the Rebel's escape plan has been revealed, it is clear that Datcha Rebel is not the High Priest's killer. How can you be so sure? Whether you would use that putrid brain of yours every once in a while. Datcha Rebel's plans could not have worked without the help of a certain individual. What do you mean? I am speaking of Abbott and me, of course. And Datcha Rebel simply donned Lady Kira's robes and made his escape alone. He would have been far too conspicuous. But were he by the High Priest's side, the faithful citizens praying in the plaza would have no cause to suspect anything. It is therefore unthinkable that Datcha Rebel was the High Priest's killer. So then, you're saying the High Priest was a... Oh, I cannot better say it! I'm afraid it is so. He numbered among the rebels who threaten our kingdom. What could this be? The High Priest? A rebel? It must be some kind of mistake. Let it go and move on. Accept the truth. It is the only way. That goes double for you, defense. Cease your futile battle now. And why should I? Because I would now put the final nail on the coffin of the accused. Now that we have eliminated Datcha Rebel from our list of suspects, there is only one person that still remains, the accused, Maya Fey.
Hold it!
Hold it right there. Aren't you forgetting something important? Something important? Please do explain, defense. You can't end this trial without looking into the arrow, the murder weapon, or the third party. I mean, we've already looked into the murder weapon. The arrow, we already know where it came from with the thing, so we don't need to worry about that. So, we still have to identify the third party. We're talking about the true identity of the Lady Kira we saw in the Seance vision. If that wasn't Datcha Rebel, then who was it?
Objection!
That matter has already been resolved. It has? What's he talking about? It is as I have maintained from the start. There was no third party in the Seance vision.
Objection!
But there was another Lady Kira there besides Maya Fey. We all saw her. What the? Oh, he's gonna use the damn prayer beads on us, on our arm now. I can't do my finger point. It's time to let it go and move on. Your fate has already been sealed, much like your arm. It hardly seems fair. It was quite simple once you consider where the victim and the accused were at the time. The victim was near the spring with his back to the accused. What would he see ahead? Besides, the water itself, there is nothing but the warbard statue. Precisely. The Lady Kira we saw in the seance is the warbard statue draped in her sacred robes. No way! The accused wanted the false Lady Kira to appear in the seance vision. Before she came from behind and set the victim with the dagger in a reverse grip. Why would the accused want to do something like that? I'll create a false Lady Kira. To show it to the victim as he was being slain. And what reason would the accused have to fool the victim she was about to kill? It was not the victim she was trying to fool. It was this very court itself. Come again? Suspicion would not fall on the accused if it was looked at as another Lady Kira was there. And the defense was foolish enough to fall for it and claim it was a third party in disguise. Are you saying? I am. It was all a cleverly wicked scheme perpetrated by the accused. A scheme in which she sought to use the seance vision to mislead us. This can't be happening. What a face you are making, defense. I'm surprised you were taking this so hard. After all, did I not clearly state a while back that you were chasing after naught but a deluded fantasy? Something has occurred to me, you see. And your allegations of the third party are but a deluded fantasy. Telling me you knew this is how it would turn out all the way back then? And that he was just waiting for the most effective moment to spring it on me? Do you understand now? I have had you dancing in the palm of my hand this entire time. It can't be! This is an outrage! You took our raw priests of the sacred divination seance and used it to commit this most foul and despicable murder. No, I did nothing of the sort. Nick, it's not true. I didn't.
Objection.
Cease this ugly display. Your fate is sealed now that the facts have been exposed. Your Majesty, the time has come to convict this criminal who only seeks to taint this sacred hall. Indeed. It seems this trial is over.
Hold it!
Does the defense wish to offer up yet another counter-argument or something? The accused is, not the killer. And, here's why. Now what do? I've got nothing. It would appear that the defense has run out of arguments to make. Thought for sure that the rebel was the killer. The only person with a possible motive, the one dressed as Lady Kira, has vanished. And I've got nothing to use against Prosecutor Samadi's argument. Damn it, I can't lose now. Not like this. Very well then, I shall now render my verdict. Wait. Please wait, I'm begging you. It is time to let it go and move on. This trial needs not to be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix Wright. Oh no, we've been found guilty. We've been found guilty. That's not good. How are we gonna weasel our way out of this one? How are we gonna weasel our way out of this? Your Majesty, please forgive the interruption, but... Oh, they apprehended him, maybe? What is the meaning of this? A body has been found. In the Plaza of Devotion, Your Majesty. What's this? A body? What happened now? We found this sticking out of the victim. Why, that's Lady Kira's war-bound dagger. Lady Kira, she's returned from the toilet run once more. She's come to defeat the rebels. Peace! Well, it would seem the dagger that was once lost has now been found. I have one more thing to report, Mr. Samari. This dagger... it bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it. But... why would Maya's prints be on it? I cannot believe it, yet it must be true. Is something the matter, Mr. Samari? This trial has run its course, and the accused's guilt has been firmly established. However, it would seem the defense was right about one thing. I was? You claimed that the murder of the Inner Sanctum had been carried out by the rebel hunter masquerading as Lady Kira. I did say something to that effect, but what of it? What's it gonna say, Marty? Are you suggesting what I think you are? I believe the true identity of the rebel hunter who has been masquerading as Lady Kira is none other than the accused, Miss Maya Fey. I realize how shocking this must seem. Looking back, however, I now realize there was much that pointed to this fact. Rebel hunting Lady Kira was first sighted about 2 years ago, and the accused first came to our kingdom 2 years ago as well. Why, the timing matches perfectly! But there is more. That warning letter was found in the High Priest's bedroom 3 days before the rite. Despite his house being locked up tight that night.
Objection!
How does that prove anything?
Objection!
It's difficult to believe an intruder could have found a way to enter such a secure house. However, the accused was known to come and freely go there. Mainly to prepare for the purification rites. Abadimi was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind, even to a foreigner like me. He even invited me over to his house whenever I was between training sessions. The accused could have easily left the house unlocked for herself without anyone noticing. Lady Kira's warning updated. A warning from Lady Kira about Abadimi to Abadimi. Only someone capable of entering the priest's home could have delivered it. If we assume that the accused was Lady Kira, that more than establishes her motive for killing the High Priest. Yes, the victim is secretly an insurgent, bent on helping Dat's a rebel escape after all. Precisely. That made him a target of Lady Kira's wrath. And after killing the High Priest, she then unleashed her divine justice on another rebel. So it seems the scope of this case has expanded. We now have 2 murders perpetrated by Miss Maya Fey masquerading as Lady Kira. I don't know how that's going to work, considering that she's been in court this entire time. And in the detention center. Miss Fey is indeed a serial killer would affect the severity of our punishment. In light of this, I believe this second murder must be investigated before we can proceed. As you wish, Your Majesty. Maya Fey, I hereby charge you with this second murder. May your defiled soul feel the weight of your sins. A new murder charge to have a guilty verdict. It seems the defense will live to see one more day. Talk about hanging on by a thread. Come tomorrow, a far more terrible punishment awaits you. I hereby suspend these proceedings so that the second murder may be investigated. Until the conclusion of this new investigation, this court is adjourned. Sure, we can save her. Okay, May 11th, 1:03 p.m., Temple. What do I do now? I can't believe Maya and I were actually found guilty. I'm assuming what's going to happen is we're going to have the guilty verdict overturned because of evidence from the second murder. This trial need not to be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix Wright. Mr. Wright, I'll be. So the whole trial. What's gonna happen to Miss Maya now? I'm worried about that too. But right now, I have one more thing to report, Mr. Samadi. This dagger bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it. Right now we need to focus on the next trial. The murder of Acolyte Zealot, right? Oh, you died. Okay. At least the jury's still out on that one, so to speak. Two murders are most likely connected. If I can get to the bottom of Acolyte Zealot's murder, it might still give me the ammunition I need to overturn Maya's guilty verdict. Let me help you investigate. I want to assist you any way I can. Appreciate it, Albie, but we're talking about a murder. Yeah, but it's going to be hard for a foreigner to investigate this on his own. You have a point there. Wish I knew what to do. Why is she looking sad? That's interesting. Isn't that benevolence? Princess Rafa? Oh, it is you again. The dead lawyer walking, guilty of abetting a murderer under the Defense Culpability Act. See, she hasn't lost any of her charm. Why the long face? I thought you'd be glad I was found guilty under the DC Act. I am in no mood to take joy in your suffering. For I was unable to defeat you, and had to leave the job to others. I failed in my sacred duty as the royal priestess. Guess that answers my question. If I misunderstood the voice of the Miramar, yet again, this cannot be. What was to defend my client? Can't bear to see her looking so sad like this, though. Benevolence? Your benevolence? Oh, barbed head. I thought you had already begun your journey to the Twilight Realm. I'm not dead yet. Still have an investigation to do. Tomorrow's trial. What's this? Do you mean to say you have not given up yet? That's right. I'm gonna prove Maya innocent tomorrow. But why? Why do you refuse to give up? I cannot fathom such obstinacy. Investigate all you want. I cannot. You really don't mind? But aren't you worried that a lawyer backed into a corner by a DC Act might do something desperate like forge evidence? What's this? Left unsupervised, I'd be free to do whatever I wanted, you know. Okay, now to see if she takes the bait. Yes, I see your point. Barbed head. Yes. I know what happened yesterday. You perpetrated some sort of fraud or other misdeed while I was not watching. That explains why I misunderstood the voice of the High Priest's soul. Yes, of course, that is the only explanation. Just trying to cheer her up. Now she thinks even less of me. I must not allow you to sully our sacred hall of justice with your misdeeds ever again. Therefore, today I will be monitoring your every move once more. I will not fail to spot your misdeeds this time. The moment I see anything out of the ordinary, I will send you straight to prison. And you, boy, do not throw your lot in with this foreign devil. But your benevolence. It's okay, you don't need to worry about me. I'll be back before you know. First, I should probably lighten my load a bit. But would you mind holding on to some evidence for me? Of course not. Always glad to help. Unnecessary evidence unloaded onto Elby. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon you. Now then. The scene of the crime is the logical place to start. If I recall correctly, the body was found at the Plaza of Devotion. I can talk to you. I haven't examined this area, so I will do that this time, because I forgot to do it the previous time that we came in. Hear the monk's prayers all the way over here. Maybe the Holy Mother would answer mine if I slipped it in with theirs. Here goes. Please let me save my FA. I'm not a Kurionist, but maybe if I pray with all my might, the Holy Mother will help me. Who am I kidding? I have to figure out how to solve this case myself. Look a little haggard in my reflection. It's like the water's showing me how I feel on the inside. Wait, what am I doing? I have to stay strong, especially for Maya. I'm assuming we're gonna go to the Devotion, Plaza of Devotion first. That's where the actual murder scene took place, so we'll just go there first, I guess. I think that's where they said pretty certain that's where they said the murder took place. Yep. Okay. Now we can investigate a little bit more. Looks like the police already finished their investigation. I think someone would be killed here. A place devoted to prayer. Body outlined in flowers? Did somebody leave them here in memory of the deceased? There's something different about the prayer flags today. As the High Priest disciple, Acolyte Zalot was utterly devoted to his training. First the High Priest, and now his devoted disciple. Maya Fey will pay for this. So I keep trying to tell you, Maya has nothing to do with any of this. And you can prove this. How? What do you think I'm doing here? Gathering dirt and dust for the trial? You and your smart mouth. This is precisely why you and your lawyer ilk are so reviled. Mr. Wright. Emma's back again. Alright. It's that detective from your country again. It's the princess. You seem displeased that I am here. No, don't be silly. Mr. Wright, I'm so sorry about what happened to Maya. It's not your fault, Emma. You were just doing your job. If I had just done mine. Mr. Wright, it's no use crying over spilled milk. Do you mind telling me what you know about the murder? Do or die in court tomorrow, and I mean that literally. Gladly I'll help in any way I can. Remember, I have my eyes on the both of you, so see to it that you commit no misdeeds. Of course not. Talking to a professional here. Let's see. How about starting with an overview of what happened? Sure, the victim is Perezalot. We never got to talk to this guy. He was the High Priest's disciple. His body was discovered around noon today, right after the rite wrapped up. So during the High Priest's murder, that's what I'm saying. How could it have been? How could it have been Maya Fey if it happened during the murder trial, and she was there? That's right. Apparently he had been here praying since the day before the raid even started. Talk about serious devotion. Yeah, I barely lost a few minutes. It's a picture of Mr. Zealot's body. The dagger in his upper back looks like it would have been particularly painful. Is that a tattoo on the back of his neck? It's peach-shaped. Everyone started leaving when the praying was finally done. The victim remained bent over in prayer, and when they went over to check on him, they discovered he was dead, right? Crime photo... Oh, I've lost all of our evidence. Killed in the plaza of devotion, he has a peach-shaped tattoo on the nape of his neck. Bit of a weird tattoo to have as a priest, I should say. Weird tattoo to have. Yes, the estimated time of death is May 9, sometime between the start of the rite and the discovery of the High Priest's body. In other words, we believe the crime took place during the purification rite. And the murder weapon was the same ceremonial dagger that killed the High Priest. Prosecution believes Maya came down the stairs after killing the High Priest, then stabbed Mr. Zealot with the same dagger. Circumstantial evidence does point to Maya, but... what about the cause of death? Apparently he died instantly from a dagger that was left thrust into his upper back. Here's the autopsy report. The report, cause of death was a spinal cord injury from being stabbed in the upper back by a bladed weapon. Estimated time of death, you say? How can you know such a thing? No, we still have some of the old stuff. We just started on a new page. That's kind of actually handy. I want to know. Well, barbed head, out with it. The prince of the spirit medium kingdom was interested in forensic science. I have no interest in science, forensic or otherwise. Nevertheless, I will someday be queen. As such, it would be wise to know what silly things the common folk believe in. There's nothing silly about it. I'll have you know, even Prosecutor Samani holds forensics in high regard. Does he? Perhaps I should not underestimate the power of science. Still, I suppose it is nothing much compared to the divination seance. I mean, considering that the divination seance has been wrong twice, and our science has proven that we've gotten people off, yeah, I don't think so. It doesn't have an adorable bite in her body. And I think she's actually interested. Do you mind explaining it to her? Guess I have to now. Okay, there are many ways to estimate the time of death. The most well-known method uses the change in body temperature. Interesting. Body temperature drops at a steady rate from the moment a person dies. That means we can tell how long someone's been dead by measuring their temperature. I see. That was quite enlightening. Barbed head, present your forehead now. What? Why? You feel just a little over 95 degrees. It seems you are not dead yet. Of course I'm not. It was but a jest. After all, you're still the dead lawyer walking. Fair to see the humor in any of this. Are there any witnesses? So many people here at the plaza, you'd think somebody would have seen something. You'd think so, wouldn't you? You haven't found a single witness. How's that even possible? Because everyone was bent over, utterly devoted to prayer, naturally. Right, the back-shattering pose that nearly killed me. Still, you'd think someone would have noticed something. I thought so too, but with the monk's scarf he had on, no one could see the dagger in his upper back. Plus, everyone was so absorbed in prayer, they didn't see or hear anything. Can't believe this. What you choose to believe is your choice, but the fact remains there were no witnesses. However, there is one piece of irrefutable evidence. The dagger. Sadly, yes. Yeah. Murder weapon. Tell me about the murder weapon. Taylor used the war-bar dagger, the legendary weapon of Lady Kira. It's discovered impaled in the victim's upper back. The accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger, were they not? Yes, they were. By dagger added to the court record, a dagger modelled after Warbard, said to have been used by Lady Kira. With such irrefutable evidence, there is no questioning the accused's guilt. Not so fast. What about a motive? I had no reason to kill Acolyte Zillow. What did the police think about this matter? Motive. I had no reason to kill Acolyte Zealot. So you say, but let us now hear what the police think about the matter. Police believe Maya is the Lady Kira figure who has been battling the rebels. Since Mr. Zealot was the disciple of the High Priest who turned out to be a rebel, he too was likely a rebel, and therefore met the same untimely demise as his teacher. So that is how the police currently view this crime. So no way Maya is that Lady Kira vigilante. On a personal level, the police are just gonna with what today's trial concluded. Really blew it in court today. I guess we're done. I'm assuming we can examine the crime scene at this point, because there's nothing else left to really, work on, I don't think. Like, we'll just examine everything. Some stuff's still already examined, but we have new things now. Acolyte Zealot was killed in a prayer pose. With his head bent over like that, the last thing you saw must have been this rug. It is a prayer rug woven by devout monks. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon his departed soul. Strange that there were no bloodstains, though. Perhaps it was so cold his blood froze, or perhaps it was absorbed by his vestment. It is pretty cold. Maybe the blood really did just freeze inside his body. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that's not how it works. So these flowers were left here in memory of Acolyte Zealot. What are they called? They are known as Narmanda, and they are given to express sorrow when a life is lost. It seems offering flowers in memory of the dead is a universal practice. Narmanda flower, a flower the Kuranians used to pay tribute to the departed, expresses heartfelt sympathy. Acolyte Zealot died bent over in prayer. There's no trace of blood on the ground, though. The fact that there's so little bleeding could mean that it was a single stab to a vital point. Not that that would have been very difficult, considering the position he was in. To think I would witness a lawyer being allowed to pass through this sacred gate. Yeah, well, I wouldn't unless I had to. Those stairs were brutal to climb. What's this? Do you even know how many monks would give their lives to pass through that gate? Be thankful for the great honor you have been afforded. Yes, your benevolence. Bugs everything, but this is also... This is different too, I'm noticing there's a damn different flag. Welcome in, Serrano. The games are continuing to do well for you in Siege. I've been noticing recently, a lot of people in the new season have been doing pretty well. I'm assuming it's like first week of like, Siege, so that's probably why, there's like all the, it's like adjusting to everything, but it's always, interesting to see when the new season drops of something, how well people do when they adjust to it and stuff. Thank you for, popping in. Benevolence? What did it say here? The dearest wishes of our subjects are written upon these prayer flags. Reading the prayers of others is considered rude, but if you must know, it says, at the usual spot, bring grub, the key too. That is one of the more direct and practical prayers I have ever seen. Wonder if it's even a prayer. Brand new flag adds to record. A brand new prayer flag found at the Plaza of Devotion has some writing on it. Okay, yeah, I think that's probably it. Message on the prayer flag seems a little weird, but I think I've seen everything there is to see around here. You have not found or heard anything of particular worth. Are you ready to give up? No, I'm not calling quits yet. Does it look like you have any hope of winning, Mr. Wright? Can't really say at this point. All I know is I have to keep investigating. What are you two sneaks up to? I would advise you to get back to work if you were done here, Detective. Otherwise, I will report you to Prosecutor Sadmati for dereliction of duty. Really? That's a... I just realized that now. That's actually a partner. Oh, that's a... For a second, I thought that was a partner, emote, but it's I think that's one of the emotes you can get via, hype trains. I think if a yeah, I guess that's how it works. I guess if someone does a hype train in someone's stream, the streamer gets the hype train emotes along with anyone else who like participates in the hype train. I think that's how it works. I've not really delved a lot into emotes, so I'm not really sure how they all work. See you later, Mr. Wright. Good luck. Should really pay a visit to everyone and every place connected with this case. Yeah, what have we got? Just investigate in general. I guess the first place to start would be the High Priest's house. Because, that would have probably a lot of stuff. May 11, High Priest's house. Well, I'm sorry to bother you again, but... Oh, it's you. Barbed head. You are not contemplating casting suspicion on Lady Believe, are you? She lost her beloved husband, and now acolyte zealot, who was like a son to her. Of course I'm not. Since she was close to both victims, I wanted to hear what she has to say. Very well. And then there's the fact that Lady Kira didn't attack Mrs. Inme. That probably means that she isn't a rebel. Is this about poor Purée? Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can talk about that right now. What about Maya? She's innocent. Maya? I heard she was found guilty. First my dear husband, and now Purée. Mrs. Inme, you don't really believe that Maya is the killer, do you? I don't know. That was the verdict. So what else can I believe? What am I to do? The verdict was already reached in your husband's case. But the truth of the matter is yet to be found. How can you be so sure? Because I believe that Maya is innocent. That is all I have right now. My faith in her. So please, help me understand what happened. So you're defending her based solely on faith. Even though you'll be punished for abetting the accused. That's right. Alright then. Your faith has moved me. I will tell you what I can. Are you sure about this, Lady Believe? My lovely wife was a devout follower of Kuranism. As such, she is not one to make light of another's faith. But if I find that you have lied about your faith in my faith's innocence, I shall curse your entire family and all your disciples for the next 8 generations. Hey, leave Athena and Apollo alone, buddy. Parade Zealot. How did Acolyte Zealot end up living here as your husband's disciple? 2 years ago, while my husband was at a spiritual retreat in the mountains, he came across Parade collapsed on the ground. That's when we brought him here. You always want to help those in need, weren't you? Spam the A button. Thank you, Benji, for the A button spam. The button mash, I should say. About 2 years ago, That's around the same time Maya arrived in Kurayan. Yes, he was born in a poor village and had nowhere to call home. My husband felt pity for the boy, so he took him in as his disciple. Not only as his disciple, he was like a member of our family, too. I see. This is where Acolyte Zealot lived. There might be something I could learn about him lying around here. Yeah, I'm guessing we just do more investigation in this area. I don't think we're going to be doing a trial. Well, we'll do the trial, but we'll only be able to do part of it. I don't think we'll be able to do much else. There's just a lot to cover. Considering we were about halfway through the case, and it was like 4.5 hours in, and we've already been going an hour, we haven't even gotten to the next part of the trial yet, so... Well, we only just got into the investigation, so just see how we go. But it appears you were quite fond of rummaging through the garbage. Just thought there might be some other important piece of evidence in here. Oh, is that right? Look, I'm not doing this for fun, really. Doesn't look like there's anything else of interest in there. What else have we got here? I noticed that there was stuff was going from here. Picture of the Queen and her husband, the Justice Minister of Kurayan. Yes, my mother, my father. What do you think? Do they not possess an awe-inspiring air? Terrifying is more the word I would use. Well, yes, they are very awe-inspiring. I'm just gonna say there's not really anything else, but I guess the photograph here. Photo of the High Priest, his wife, Acolyte Zealot, and Maya. Since Maya's in it, it must have been taken the day before the rite. Like, I'm not sure what it is. Why does Maya's, like, picture, like, her part of the picture look like it's colored differently to, almost as if it's been, like, added, almost as if it was added in a different, you know, at a different time. It just looks like it looks different. Family photo court record. A picture of Maya and the High Priest's family taken during the Feast of Blessings on the day before the rite. To think that this would be, their final family photo. That no good Maya Fey has some nerve. I mean, here she is posing with the two men whom she would soon kill. Beg to differ. See this photo as proof that she didn't kill him. That smile of hers does not fool me. I sense a deep and abiding malice behind it. I'll prove Maya's smile is the real deal. I didn't see anything else around that I could, like, investigate. I'm not seeing any more of the red, what is it called? Like the red circles. I'm not seeing anything else around here. So we might be done. Can I, like, talk to her about anything else? Maybe I have to present her with something? That's probably what we have to do. Usually if we're in the room, we have to present them with something. Like, it usually tells you, hey, like, go to... Oh, never mind. Talk to Belieber about the family photo. Normally you have to, if you've talked to them and exhausted all their dialogue and you've gone around the room and done everything, it usually, usually once you're finished with an area, you just present something. And then, it'll tell you, hey, we have to move to this area now. So, let's go with the family photo. Can I ask you about this photo? It's taken during the Feast of Blessings, the day before the rite was held. Feast of Blessings? Do you mind telling me a bit more about it? The day before. This photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings. Why is this repeating itself? Never mind. It's forbidden to eat during days of the rite, so the day before it's performed. We enjoy dishes full of gingil, a herb known to strengthen the body and mind. You loved the gingil-based dishes I make, didn't you, dear? Gingil? I heard you can go there, go 3 days without sleeping after eating some. Yes, but many foreigners don't care for it because of its strong smell, so it's basically durian fruit, I guess. And customs say that these dishes can only be eaten the day before the purification rite. Only between noon and 3 p.m. It's pretty specific. It's because the smell is too strong. A very good guess indeed. It is to ensure the smell is gone by the time Lady Kira is welcome the next day. Wow, is it really that strong? Come to think of it, the evening before the murder, an overwhelming odor was all over town. It was like a cross between garlic and mint. After the Feast of Blessings, Puree went over to the plaza to begin his supplication. Never thought that would be the last time I would see him. What was Maya doing at the time? Shortly after Puree left, she went to the temple to prepare for the rite. I don't know what she did after that. The statement about the Feast of Blessings that was held the day before the rite. We can go and read that before we... Cyclone Zealot went out to pray the afternoon before the rite. What did this say? So, the family photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings, where it's customary to partake in dishes made with gingil. These dishes are only prepared during the feast, which starts at noon on the day before the rite and must be finished by 3 p.m. the same day. Went to the newspaper. On the day before the rite, the plaza was so cold the whole place had iced over. Puree always prayed a lot. Far more than anyone I have ever known. Well, at least he fits the name. Puree's a lot. Obviously, he has to pray a lot. Hey, we got the twerking Pikachu up in here as well. As you know, when we think of Pikachu, we think of twerking Pikachu, right? Actually, now I've got to look this up. Because if you didn't know this about Pikachu, you can tell the gender of the Pikachu depending on the tail. The type of tail that it has. I believe the Lightning Bolt is the female version. Or the male version, I can't remember. I think if it's shaped like a Lightning Bolt, it's the male version. If it's a female, it's the, it's got like a love heart kind of shape. So if you didn't know that, when it comes to male and female Pikachus, one of them, it's the tail. So Lightning Bolts are males, and like love heart looking ones are the females. He was a devout young man whose faith was twice as strong as ours. Don't know why, but that's kind of intimidating to me. Thought I'd have made some progress by now, but I haven't come across any particularly insightful information even here. You seem disappointed. Sinmi, is there anything else you could tell me? Forgive me, but if I keep thinking about those two any longer... Bobbed head. Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry to have troubled you. We have paid a visit to all of the people and places connected with this case. I think it is about time you prepared yourself for the inevitable, don't you? I think that means we have to go back to see my, what is that for? Oh, that's what it was. For a second I was getting like an email. No, it's a, just a weather app. In that case, I'm guessing, we've investigated the crime scene. We've talked to the priest, the only other person we have to talk to, I'm guessing, would be, Maya herself. Get some more information. Maya sure looks tired. I'm so sorry, Maya. I had to defend you during that trial earlier today. Sorry too, Nick. Never meant to get caught up in this whole mess. Even worse, it got you caught up in it too. And you were convicted under that stupid law. You should really withdraw from this case. Maybe they'll even commute your sentence if you do. Could never abandon you like that. You might not believe me, but I'm going to pull off a win somehow. It's not like I don't believe in you, it's just... Don't worry, maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down, you'll see. You're awfully quiet, your benevolence. It is only a matter of time until your executions are carried out. I simply thought I would allow you to a good talk before you depart from this world. Sorry, but we're not giving up yet, and we won't till the bitter end. There is no need to put on a brave face. Your fates were sealed with today's verdict. Worry not of Maya Fey. The Twilight Realm will cleanse the taint from that neophyte practitioner's soul. Then perhaps the Holy Mother may finally forgive her. Was that her attempt at comforting me? Barbed head, further resistance shall come to naught. Stop your desperate struggle. Accept the judgment that has been passed upon you. She obviously doesn't know me very well. Then perhaps your sentence will be commuted. Hold it right there, your benevolence. Why do you always have to be like that? Maya, what are you... What is the matter? I was simply showing some mercy upon your souls. Nick here is risking his life to defend me. And that is why I told you it will come to naught. No, it won't. Nick is just doing what lawyers are supposed to. He's defending his client no matter what. Enough. There is no place for lawyers in the Hall of Justice. But we have the divination seance, which is, again, every time that we've done the divination seance, not once but twice, we have pointed out that it was flawed. But your insights were wrong. Alright, she's mad now. Oh boy, that's gonna hurt. Don't you get it? Errors are bound to happen if your insights are accepted without question. Hence why, in the last 23 years, no one's presented evidence, no one's done a cross-examination, until we came along. So many people have been put to death because of these seances that were otherwise wrong. So, to think that if someone actually went back and investigated all these crimes, there'd be so many people that have been innocently killed. So I ask you, Royal Priestess, what is your true duty? Do the victim's souls or the Holy Mother herself wish you to judge people in error? You dare bring Her Holiness's name into this? You know nothing, you phony baloney. Please, you two, enough already. Sorry, Nick, I got a little carried away. It's not really like me, huh? No, I should be thanking you, Maya. It's good to have you in my corner. How dare you mock me so? You would not get away with this? I was a fool to show you compassion, and to think I could convince you to accept your fate. So struggle all you want in the Hall of Justice tomorrow. You will receive your just deserts. As the scorn of our kingdom is heaped upon... I'm wondering if she's supposed to say just deserts. It's supposed to be just deserts. This is twice I've picked this up. I'm guessing it's because she didn't pick this up. You can see straight through that contorted smile on your face, you know. She may say these terrible things, but it's just the way she was raised, I guess. It's supposed to be just desserts, but for some reason I'm thinking she says just deserts because of, maybe where they come from, the culture and stuff, but... Alright, Zealot's murder. Could you try to remember what happened one more time? I'm trying as hard as I can. I can't remember anything from the middle of the ride onward. Suddenly felt sleepy and everything after that's a blank. And so I didn't kill anyone. Not the one going around dressed like Lady Kira. Well, it's kind of cool to think there's a mysterious vigilante out there. Perazilla. Are you close to Acolyte Zealot? We met several times during the meetings about the Rite, but I didn't know him very well. He seemed pretty quiet. Didn't you eat together the day before the Rite? Yeah, we ate this one super stinky dish, but it was actually really good. I wasn't sure I'd like it, but it was love at first bite. Like, you know, the salty noodles at Eldon's Noodles. It's like if you added garlic and herbs to that and then let it simmer for a really long time. Sounds more like a hot pot than ramen to me at this point. You know, I miss ramen too. So what was Acolyte Zealot like while you were eating? You seemed to be enjoying the food. As soon as we were done here, we left to go pray. What did you do? Turned to the temple to prepare for the Rite. Coincides with Miss Inmi's description of events. Lady Kira's identity. The idea you might be pretending to be Lady Kira. When the Rite started, it was just me and Abbott and me. But the seance vision showed a third figure of Lady Kira. I know. Lady Kira, I wish I could have seen her in the flesh. Let's stay focused on this case, shall we? It's supposed to have been impossible for a third party to enter the inner sanctum. What if she came from the sky? You know, like that bushy beard paratrooper. That mountain would have been no match for Lady Kira's wings. That's from the Plumped Punisher TV show, right? How'd you know? Because the real Lady Kira doesn't have wings. Got it this time. There must be a secret room with a secret door at the inner sanctum. Did you know there are 88 secret Plumped Punisher bases here in Korean? Can you please stop talking about the Plumped Punisher show for a sec? I guess so. Keeping it real is much harder than it looks. Well, I should get going now. Sorry, I wasn't any help. Don't worry, I've got this. Beat the charges tomorrow and be on the first plane back home before you know it. Then we'll go grab dinner at Eldoon's, or your favorite burger joint, you pick. Sounds good. I think I'll get the extra large hamburger steak topping on my salty bowl. Best of both worlds. You can have whatever you like, but first I have to beat the charges. I almost forgot. What is it? I have a favor to ask. Okay, but why are you whispering? I forgot I left something at the High Priest's house. It's super important. Do you mind getting and holding onto it for me? Sure, so what's this super important thing? In my bag you'll find a folding book. It's only given to the priestess who performs the rite. It's called the Tome of Secrets. It does sound important. How could you leave something like that just lying around? That explains all the whispering. If Rafer found out, old heck would break loose. Look, it's got Lady Kira's real name written in it, so... Don't tell anyone I told you that. If I just figured I said anything at all, it's supposed to be a secret. Tome of Secrets contains secrets? Imagine that. What are you two whispering about? Nothing. It's just she forgot something, so I told her I'd go get it. You're up to something. I just know it. Thanks, Nick. I'm counting on you. I guess we're going to get the Tome of Secrets from the High Priest's home. Oh, we're gonna go back to... Okay, we're gonna go back to the High Priest's house. Back to the High Priest's house we go. I guess there's no one home. Mrs. Emmy's probably out right now. I'll just get what I came for. I am watching you like a warbard, bobbed head. You'd better not steal anything. Would never do anything like that. I'm just here to get what Maya asked for. I can get on with it. I would if you stopped interrupting me. Yeah. So we already know where her bag is. It's right here. Here's Maya's bag. What is this strange patch on her bag? It's a Steel Samurai. He's the hero of an action hero show back in my country. Especially Maya's favorite show. She's got all sorts of merchandise related to it. I see. He looks strikingly similar to the Plump Punisher. They are similar, but Still Samurai definitely came first. I see. How interesting. Rafa seems genuinely intrigued. There must be a common thread between Plump Punisher and Still Samurai fans. Come to think of it, didn't Maya mention something about trading with a Plumped Punisher fan? But I digress. I better find what she asked me to look for and get going. Let's see here. Oh, I just turned over to the screen. I just turned over to the other screen that my sister's been playing Genshin, and I saw like these. I saw the wind blowing like these reeds, and it looked like the game was glitching. It just looked like the reeds weren't doing anything. It just looked like they were. It looked like they were glitching out all over the place. Tome of Secrets added to the court record, a tome given only to the one who will play the role of Lady Kira in the Purification Rite. Well, Barbed Head, are you finished now? Hold on a second. The string around it is coming undone. You fool! Don't lay eyes upon it. Put it away quickly before we go blind. Relax, my hand just slipped. This is the Tome of Secrets. Are you trying to get us cursed? Lady Kira is liable to swoop down and gouge our eyes out. Right, this book is related to Lady Kira, isn't it? But Benevolence, would you mind if I ask you some questions? Sure. Tome of Secrets. This is not something I would normally speak about to an outsider such as you. Oh, can't you make an exception? Why won't the light come back on? Please. If you insist, Nana. What of this folding book? Yes, I see. There it goes. Complain enough in anything and it'll always work. This very important tome is bestowed upon the priestess in the Purification Rite. Very important. What's written inside? Yes, I see. Really? Is it alright to reveal that? Benevolence? Patience, patience. The book contains Lady Kira's true name. The true name? Is the name really that important of a secret? I mean, yeah. To a Kuranius priestess, a person's name is one of the most important things to know. Lady Kira's real name. What's so important about a name? Without a name, a priestess's voice will fail to reach a person's minima. It is much like trying to send a letter without the recipient's address. A spirit can only be identified once you know the deceased face and name. Oh, I get it. It's like when you see someone in a crowd you recognize, but you don't know their name. Makes it impossible to get their attention. Indeed, you must know a spirit's face and true name before you can commune with it. It is the same for Kuraniism's most secret art, one that my mother alone may use. Queen has a secret art? It is something a foreigner such as you could never hope to guess. In Kuraniism, spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the Queen. No one else is supposed to be able to do it. She'll pretend this is all new to me. Besides, I get the feeling that she secretly really wants to tell me all about it. Yeah, so we already know about the secret art, because Maya in the previous games could spirit channel, which basically means that, she can, basically inhibit the spirits of certain people, and she basically becomes them, or they become her for a brief, like, time. But, we're trying to keep it secret because, only certain people are supposed to have that power. Could you tell me about the secret art of the Queen you spoke of? Come again? Sorry, maybe we shouldn't talk about this. It is a secret after all, right? It is the secret art of spirit channeling. but I suppose those words are meaningless to you. Just surprised how willing you are to tell me about it. A third-rate lawyer could not channel spirits simply by learning of the technique. Third-rate is a bit harsh, I'd even settle for second. What is it? You have the look of a tentacled hag frog upon your face. What the heck is a tentacled hag frog? Spirit channeling? That's where a medium lets a spirit possess her body and to return to our world, right? Well, now I see you have done your homework. Now I guess I studied a bit. With the power of spirit channeling, one can bring back even the most ancient of spirits. It's quite a magnificent power, is it not? Never seen her eyes light up like this before. Imagine they're pretty shocked when they come back from ancient times. Indeed, a spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death. I just realized a headbanging baby. Headbanging baby emote. Yeah, these emotes are wacky. I still don't know what I want to do for all my emotes, but I love seeing these. Between the moment of its death and the moment it is channeled. Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all of the memories it had in life. Thus, even heroes and scholars of antiquity can be channeled and directly learned from. Our queens have also used this power to help the rulers of neighboring lands seek counsel. That is why we have never been invaded, and how we have maintained our unique culture. So spirit channeling is a really effective tool for international politics. It is indeed. And that is why only those with the power to channel spirits may rule our kingdom. But of late there has been an endless influx of illegal immigrants from neighboring lands. The fools come seeking the same great power as my mother. Illegal immigrants? Yes, it is becoming quite a problem. Some have lost their way in life and look to Koreanism for their salvation. Among them are also those of dubious nature who have been driven from their own lands. Dubious nature? Driven from their own land? Gasp Pain definitely fits that bill. Is that a ditto? That is a ditto, isn't it? Yeah, that has to be a ditto. I didn't know that was a Coinkydinks emote though. That definitely is a ditto. Well, at least Pokemon emotes. I don't know what it is. Like, I know that Pokemon's super popular, but like all these Pokemon emotes are really cool. Germany, welcome. Hope you're doing well today. They sure weren't treating him like an illegal alien. Welcome in. Welcome in. Channel Spiritual Balance. How have your streams been going? I've been noticing a lot of, you've been getting a lot of, consistent viewership recently, which is nice to see. Hope that your average is, like, peaking up much higher. I think last time you told me it was, like, 2.3. So I'm hoping that you've, reached even higher than that since then. I am but the Royal Priestess. There is still much that I must learn. As of now, the divination sounds takes me to the very limit of my ability. So spiritual power doesn't measure up to Maya's. You were just mocking me in your mind, weren't you? A rave up in here. But twerking Pikachus, headbanging babies, raving dittos. Jomny's here. It's like a party. There's written all over your face, you impotent nincompoop. The divination science was once one of the important roles fulfilled by the Queen. That is what my mother taught me when I was little. Maybe you could perform the dance of devotion, that'd be a sight to see. Someday I will be a powerful priestess and queen, just like my mother. The divination seance is a vital part of my training to prepare me for that day. Give my ignorance your benevolence. You shall see. It would not be long before I, too, master the secret art of spirit channeling. I will be a magnificent queen who unites her people for the greater good of Korean. Now I see. Spirit channeling is something she really aspires to. Okay, that explains why she doesn't want to touch it at all. That explains a lot. Up to 5 viewers, that's, usually my weekend streams are really, weird. They're really weird. Can't really explain why they just... Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, but... This was a good stream so far. Slow progression is always nice. Gonna ace that test and become the next master. After all, I can't let my clan and the other villagers down. Looks like she actually has something in common with Maya. Are you quite through now? There are more important things to do than to stand here and talk about spirit channeling. It's true, it doesn't have anything to do with this case, as far as I can tell. Or does it? The Queen is a spirit medium. Are you about to suggest that my mother was channeling Lady Kira? Guess you saw that one coming. Lawyers are indeed a witless breed. On the day of the rite, my mother was engaged in other duties at the palace. Of course. My mother is a very busy woman, and for the idea itself is preposterous. Do you truly believe the Queen of Kurain would personally battle the insurgents? This is precisely what makes you third-rate. Another dead end. This is bad. Also, if my, like, stream quality drops, or my, stream goes off, or something goes wrong, it might be the weather. It is raining outside, so there is a chance that stuff could go wrong, but hey, if it doesn't, then we'll just worry about it when we get to there, I guess. To continue looking for leads, so... yeah, just keep that in mind if there's a... oh, over there, after him, don't let him escape. Like, I don't think I've ever had anything... I don't think I've ever had the power go out during a stream. I've had the internet go out, but the good thing with OBS is that it seems to reboot the, it gives so much chances for it to reboot, so, it won't before shutting my stream completely off. What is all that racket? That escaped prisoner has surfaced here in town. Escaped prisoner? You mean that guy with the bushy beard? There is no reason to panic. The police are on his trail. Excuse me. I thought I was about to cough then. These voices are starting to get to me. He's no longer a suspect, but he might know something, considering he was at the scene of the crime. I mean, he's not a suspect, but he escaped the prison. So the fact that he's in the prison in the first place suggests to me that he's already, like, something suspicious. Because why are you escaping prison if you're... well, in this country, I shouldn't put it past anybody because I'm guaranteed the people in prison have probably been put there for no good reason because of the seances, so... yeah. Maybe it shouldn't make matter that much. Let's go take a look. Kurain Bazaar. Oh, my aching back. I forgot how badly I'd injured it. I'm gonna do some stretching exercise more when I get back. Mr. Wright. Hey, Albie. That's a rebel. Have you seen him? Are you alright, sir? 1 second. Have you seen that escaped prisoner around here? Hey, so that's why all those police came rushing over here. I heard them saying something about an escaped prisoner disappearing in this area. He disappeared? In this area? He couldn't have taken to the air again, could he? Barbed head. I told you to wait. It's too dangerous for you around here, your benevolence. Mr. A Rebel could be lurking nearby. What sort of a princess would I be if all it took was an escaped prisoner to frighten me? She's fearless, I'll give her that. Can't be responsible if something happens to you. As long as I'm here, though, I might as well search the area myself. If I were an escaped prisoner, where would I hide? Well, looking here, there's a manhole right here that looks like it's open, so that looks like it's the only place we could have, it could be. That manhole cover, it's open. Oh, what is it, Shadow? Did you sniff out someone or something in the manhole? I wonder. Shadow tracked Mr. Rebel if he had something with the Rebel scent on it. I feel like I've got something with Mr. Rebel scent on it. Something he might have touched. We do have the... I'm presuming the only thing we have that is owned by him. I just noticed a graphical glitch then, so I don't know. My frames haven't been dropping, my upload hasn't been dropping, so we might be okay. But yeah, if my internet goes out, then that's probably why. It's probably the weather. It's been acting very weird today because of the, well, it rained and stuff. But hope it works. He just picked up a scent. What if I borrow Shadow for a bit? By all means. No idea you could do this. Yeah, go get him, boy. Your benevolence, I'm heading down to the manhole now. It could be dangerous, so please wait here. Wait. Don't worry, I won't commit any of those misdeeds you're so worried about. That is not what I fear. There may be a vicious insurgent lurking down there. Are you worried about me? No, I'm simply wondering why you would go to such lengths in your investigation. After all, if you would simply withdraw from this case, they might commute your sentence. The other issue is that, like, they're already gonna probably sentence us to death because of 2 murders, and we're covering her for 2 murders, so... At this point, if we die from an insurgent, we're probably just gonna die anyway if we don't help her, so... Doesn't prove my innocent. How can you be so sure of the accused's innocence? She's already been found guilty. Don't worry, maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. Turn this trial inside out and upside down, you'll see. Believe in her. If she says she's innocent, then that means she's innocent. Lawyers must trust in their clients to the bitter end. That's just what we do. You lame brain. Do what you will. Well, I'm going in. Let's go, Shadow. Alright. Be careful. What are we gonna see? We're gonna see something, I reckon. What is there? What will we see? Wait, come back here. It's pitch black down there. Can't see a thing. Wait, what? Did we just get hit by someone? Hit by somebody? I was gonna say, we just got hit by someone. Why is this appearing for a second? Let me just check. We're okay. Twice or something. What happened? I went down to the manhole and then... Oh! Finally we get... He's out of his disguise. So he knocked us out. So, okay, this is the prison escapee. Also, Spooder, just like, you know, hanging out on the corner here. You know, as you do, like just right behind him, the top right-hand corner, just, you know, a spider. Just, you know, pretty big one at that, I would say. Now I gotta do a new voice for him, because he's no longer playing a, he's no longer playing an old man. Oh, you finally came too. I'd remember that face anywhere. Yep, that's a rebel. And that dragon symbol on his armband, that's the mark of the rebels. There can be no mistake, it's him. That's a rebel. That's not a knife, that's a knife. I feel like I need to say that. As an Australian, that's customary to say. So I got a little rough with you back there. Thought you were the cops. Why are you making that face? Hey, you want an apple? Thought he was gonna kill me. This guy is munching down the apples like it's nobody's business here. I'll pass on the apple, but thanks. Don't mind a good apple, but not right now. What is this place? This is the office of my brother-in-arms, Dhurke. Right now, we're using it as a rebel safe house. Wait, back up a sec. What kind of office is this exactly? A law office, what else? Really? Dhurke used to be a lawyer? Yep, just like you. Kurian's public enemy, #1 is an ex-lawyer? Didn't see that coming. Well, I don't suppose I'll be coming around here anymore. Won't? Are you planning to flee or something? It's just, I want to get out of the rebel business. I'm tired of being hounded by the cops and all that. So I came by today to pick up the last of my stuff. Really? Gonna sell Dhurke's info to the Minister of Justice, then slip out of Kurian. Wait a second. You're a key person of interest in this case. You can't go running off like that. Relax, will you? I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Oh, and sorry about punching your lights out back there. My bad. So, Mr. Lawyer Man, what do you want to know? Tell me about the murders of the High Priest Tyrostami and his acolyte Perazilla. Sure, I'll tell you whatever I can. Don't know it'll be much help, though. I mean, I'm not a rebel anymore, so... I wonder how true that really is. I think we should examine the area first, just to get more information before we start talking, because that's... I don't think he's going to be spilling his secrets as easily as what he is claiming. That is usually the case. So, knife driven deep into a photo of the Queen. Guess the rebels really hate her. Better remember to sound their good side. Incense and white flowers. The flowers are still fresh. They must have been put here maybe today or yesterday. Should we put these here, Mr. Rebel? Something wrong with my flowers? Oh no. It's a traditional thing in Kurian. Pay no mind. Is this a law book? Dragon mark's been branded into the cover. It's Dhurke's law book. Really? The leader of the rebels? That Dhurke? That's right. And that mark of the dragon is the emblem of the rebellion. Pages in this one section are really dirty. Must be the section of the Defense Culpability Act. Dhurke's law book and record branding it with the defiant dragon's mark demonstrates the strength of Dhurke's convictions. Must have done a ton of research on the Defense Culpability Act. I probably wore out the entire section. Wholesome platters of food here. Still warm as if it was all recently prepared. You must have a pretty big appetite, Mr. Rebel. Guys as big and strong as me. Got even bigger appetites, you know. You just fled from the police. I don't know how you could eat this much after all that excitement. Sorry if I offended you. First, let's start with an appetizer. Where's he getting all these apples from? Want to join me, Mr. Lawyer Man? Got plenty of sewer lizards, too. Thanks, but I already ate. Looks like a photo of Dhurke and his compatriots. Here's one that looks really old. Hang on 1 second. Who do these characters look like? It was taken about 20 years ago. Why does the character on the left look like... Why does the character on the left look like the prosecutor? And why does the character on the right look like another character that we've seen before that is definitely the focus of this trilogy? This looks like Apollo. Definitely looks like Apollo to me. So we've got the prosecutor that we're currently facing in the trial right now, and we've got Apollo, or what looks to be Apollo as a kid. And we technically don't know who Apollo's we know who Apollo's mother is, but we don't know who Apollo's father is. So does that mean that this is Apollo's father? Because it could be Apollo's father. This definitely looks like a certain Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. That's definitely not the focus of this games. Like, we don't have an accurate... I don't have a photo to show off on the chat, because he's not in this case, but, looks awfully familiar to the guy in the red suit above where the webcam is. Definitely. There's definitely something that's up. Those are Dhurke's. Okay, this is Dhurke. So, Apollo is the son of Dhurke and, one of the characters from the thing. If they're saying that this is, so... Okay, there's a lot to unravel here. Dhurke is the rebel leader. He's the father of the prosecutor. And also of you know... Okay. So this is the rebel Dhurke in the center. He doesn't look so evil. Both of his sons look kind of familiar. One on the left is Yudi. You know him as Prosecutor Samadhi. Prosecutor Samadhi is Dhurke's son? That he is. Yudi was once a rebel too. He used to really respect his old man. Both as a father and as a lawyer. Why did they become a prosecutor? Being a lawyer in this kingdom is the same as signing your own death warrant. On account of the Defense Culpability Act, right? Yeah, that's why Yudi decided to be a prosecutor instead. He wanted to spark a revolution from the inside, so he dove right into the enemy's den. Would have never guessed it looking at him. You can say that again. Dhurke is battling to change Kurin's legal system. The will of the dragon spurs him on. We all thought Yudi was taking up the mantle to carry out on that will too. We were sure he'd overthrow Garan one day, but as you've seen, he now uses the law to do Urbid. Dhurke's been beside himself. So he no longer carries the will of the dragon in him, huh? I wonder what happened between father and son for it to come to this. What about the other child in the photo? That's Dhurke's adopted son, but he's gone back overseas. Okay. Okay, so we still don't know who Apollo's father... Well, sorry, we do know who Apollo's father is. But... Sorry, yeah, we already know who Apollo's father is. But they're saying that this is his adopted son, who went back overseas. Yeah, so I'm... Okay, so what have we got here? Apollo's mother is the one who gave him the bracelet, and also gave the bracelet to the other character. Apollo's father was the magician guy who died, but now we're saying that he was a... So I'm guessing that this means that if this is his adopted son, if Apollo is his adopted son, then that would mean that maybe when the guy died, that she went to spend some time with Dhurke? Because they had to have met at some point. Apollo's mother has to have met? Apollo's mother has to have met this guy. Like, he has to have met this character, so... I'm guessing we're going to get something rather... So that means that the prosecutor and Apollo are technically half-brothers. I guess, or adopted. Is it if someone adopts you, you're technically not related at all. So, adopted brothers, I guess, instead of half? Because half would imply that you, half would imply that you were, related to them by blood. But in this case, if it's an adoption, you're not related to them at all. This is certainly interesting. His name's Apollo. Apollo, wait a second. That bracelet. It really is Apollo. He was a rascal, that one, and his voice could shake the entire room. Man, he's out there raising high hell somewhere. Yes, I'm sure he's doing just fine. Seeing how far he's come, Mr. Rebel's description really doesn't do Apollo justice. I see what you did there, Phoenix. Been watching you grow over these past 2 years. That's why I know you're ready. Why I know I can leave truths in the office to you. I believe in you, Apollo. Thank you. I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how this plays into the plot. Now I understand why it's the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy, because the first game is like the first part. The second game, you do stuff with him, and the thing. I'm guessing this game's now going to explore further with his story. He's a responsible young man now. He never lost that loud voice, though. What are these hanging here? Lizards? If so, they're pretty big. Those are sewer lizards. We call them that because they live in the sewer. They grow bigger than your average lizard, which makes them fine eating. Wait, you eat these? What else would you do with them? Here, try one. Pass, I'll definitely pass. You're missing out on a fine treat, my man. Somehow I think I'll live without it. Guys get electricity? Yeah, but the power goes out occasionally. It's pretty inconvenient. You're telling me. Sometimes it goes out for an entire day. What about the stuff in the refrigerator? Why don't you see for yourself? Forget I asked. I'm afraid of what I might find. I mean, this... Considering the guy's living basically in the sewers, he's eating pretty well. I mean, it looks like he's eating pretty well. He's got plenty of apples. He's got, whatever this is. Like, he seems like he's living better than, like, what you would think someone in a sewer would be stuck with. What's this thing with the dragon on it? Some kind of a sign? Yep, that was my business sign back when that was Dhurke's office. He used to be a lawyer, right? That he was, but it was a real long time ago. This place has seen better days, that's for sure. Well, I hope he can put his sign back up someday. Wouldn't hold my breath. Can I click on the spider? No. Okay. Yeah, see, this is the kind of spiders we deal with, if you're ever wondering. Like, everyone always asks about, like, what are the spiders like in Australia? And I always say, it's like, they're like the Skyrim spiders, or... you know, we have health bars, but yeah, the spiders can get fairly big. And the other thing to consider is that a lot of the smaller ones are very poisonous, so that's also another thing. Like, a lot of people will look at the size and think, oh, that must be the thing. It's like, the deadliest spider in the world is actually the daddy longlegs, which is the long-legged ones. They're not poisonous to us, though. We can't, their bite will not go deep enough into our skin to do enough damage. But they actually kill other spiders, so if you ever see daddy longlegs around, they're not dangerous at all to you. In fact, they actually kill other spiders that are more dangerous, so that's always, like, this is a big spider. Nothing particularly interesting here. my dad used to cut down trees. So we have a good story about this. My dad used to cut down trees, and one day, they cut a tree down. It was completely hollowed out. The tree was completely hollowed out, and when they cut it, nothing but spiders came out. Big ones, small ones, heaps of them. Just, they had to clear out for like 5 minutes just to let them think. They completely hollowed the tree out. So that's the kind of, you don't really expect them to be able to do that much damage to a tree, but nope. Is that Kurt yours, Mr. Rebel? Nah, it belongs to the rebel leader Dhurke. It's pretty impressive. I like the color too. Wanna try it on? Really? Sure it's okay? Of course, better would look great on you. Oh then, don't mind if I do. It smells all moldy. Can't believe you fell for it. That thing's been hanging there forever. Note to self, don't trust this guy ever again. There's a ladder leading underground. You must have brought me in through here, through there, sorry. There's no reason for me to leave yet. Should see what else Mr. Rebel has to say. Yeah, let's, what do you have to say, sir? Some of these voices. Some of the voices are getting to me. Tell me everything you know about the High Priest murder. Well, as you know, I don't remember much about that. I banged my head on a rock as soon as I parachuted into the inner sanctum. So when I told you I had nothing to do with its murder, I meant it. Okay then, where were you when you came to after banging your head? By the time I came to, it was already dawn. Must have been out cold the whole time. So you didn't see the crime happen at all. You got that right. And why did you say you did when you testified? About that, since I didn't remember a thing. I was afraid I'd seem suspicious, so I came up with that whole story. Does he even realize how much trouble his big fat lie has caused me? Sorry for the trouble. It's definitely my bad. Doesn't seem very sorry to me. So the bottom line is you were at the scene of the crime but weren't involved in it, got it? Dhurke, the attorney. So Dhurke used to be a lawyer. Yep, he was a force to be reckoned with back when he was still practicing. He was a juggernaut of the law, and as mighty as a dragon. He could strike fear into a prosecutor's heart, just by glaring at him. People called it his dragon's glare. He even got criminals to confess and pass out with a well-placed glare. Gotta be kidding me. Most important of all, he would never surrender. He'd fight for the accused no matter how the odds were stacked against him. Hey, it sounds just like us. Is that what you mean by the will of the dragon? Yep, that will be it, actually. The work in court yesterday was mighty impressive too. You didn't give up no matter how hard of a beating you took. Not unlike Dhurke, I might add. Thanks? Even if the big part of that beating I took was because of you. Well, I've got to start packing. Who knows when they might catch up with me if I don't scram soon. Please wait, I still need to ask you something. Go ahead, shoot. What are you rebels trying to do? I don't feel like they would want to tell us what they're doing, because that would be a secret, right? Like, why would you want to do that? Why were you at the inner sanctum in the first place? Mr. Rebel's plan. Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? More precisely, what were you trying to do there? I was trying to escape from prison, that's all. That high priest was a fool for getting taken in by Dhurke. He should have tried hightailing it out of Kurin like I'm doing. You are lying to me. 4 locks, huh? Okay. 4 of them. Cyclops. Mr. Rebel is hiding something, but I won't know exactly what until I can undo the locks. What exactly are you trying to hide, Mr. Rebel? I'm not hiding anything. No way, no how. I'll just have to use my Magatama on him then. Alright. Use the power of magic.
Take that!
As you do. Can I ask you again? Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? More precisely, what were you trying to do there? You can keep asking, but your answer's still the same. Just trying to escape from prison, that's all. That high priest was a fool. He fell for Dhurke's line and sold his own country out. How can you say such things about him? He helped to escape, didn't he? Don't you even care about what happened to him? Nope, he was getting out of the rebellion anyway. He should have opened his eyes. He never stood a chance against the Garanet regime. Hang on, do you really believe what you're saying? Didn't the High Priest's death really hurt you on the inside? Like I just said, couldn't care less about the whole thing. Beg to differ, this wouldn't be here in this room if you didn't feel a thing. In this room. These flowers are used to pay tributes to the departed. So why would they be in the room if you weren't, if you didn't care? But these flowers are offered in memory of the dead here in Korean. The High Priest's murder hit you hard, so you've been grieving here alone, haven't you? Well... those flowers don't mean anything. It's just Kurani's way of saying goodbye. Why hide the fact that you're mourning his death? You're reading into this too much. I told you I'm done with the rebellion. I haven't even heard from Dhurke or the rest of them for a few days. Tomorrow I plan to kiss this kingdom goodbye. Now I know you've been in contact with the other rebels lately. And how exactly do you plan on proving that? This piece of evidence ties to the other rebels. We have the... flag.
Take that!
Found this prayer flag at the Plaza of Devotion. Wrote a message on it and left it behind for your fellow rebels, didn't you? Brought this food. They brought this food for you at your request. Yeah, that would explain how you got all the food. So you're lying about leaving the rebels. You're still involved with Dhurke and the rest of them, aren't you? That explains how he got the food, though. Are you ready to tell me the truth now? Oh, you're good, Mr. Lawyer Man, I admit it. I requested the grub. But I was just taking advantage of him, that's all. What do you mean? My face blasted all over the place. Couldn't stay out in the open anymore. So I just took advantage of my former comrades for some grub and a place to hide. Just gonna kiss this king goodbye tomorrow. Not buying it. You're obviously lying. I can't tell just by looking at you. The white hot flames of revolution definitely still burn on inside of you. It's ridiculous. Those flames burned out a long time ago. This proves that the flames of revolution still burn on inside of you. The fact that you've got, the law book.
Take that!
Like, why would you keep that around if you didn't, Dhurke's law book? I'm no lawyer, but what's that got to do with me? I've got the mark brand onto the cover. This mark that stands for unwavering commitment to the revolution. It's Dhurke's way of representing the will of the dragon. Yes, so what of it? You have that same mark on the scarf tied around your left arm. But you wouldn't be wearing that if you were no longer a rebel. Forgot to take it off, that's all. No, as a wanted man, that should have been the first thing you took off. The fact that you haven't hidden that mark yet proves that you're still a rebel. Think what you want, but you don't know nothing about me. No, you're wrong. You wear your heart and your beliefs right on your sleeve, just like me. This is what I believe in. The attorney's back.
Take that!
Because it's our passion. When a person's back is against the wall, they always fall back on what they believe in. Just as I always have my badge, you always have the will of the dragon with you. Would you risk your life for your beliefs? No, I wouldn't. No, No, because I wouldn't be that much use to my clients dead. Now admit it. You've never once thought about leaving the Defiant Dragons, have you? That look in your eyes, just like Dhurke's. Looks like you've got the will of the dragon inside of you too. Yeah, this is plan. I planned to take you out if you turned out to be on the side of the Royals. I think I can trust you. Hang on a second. Speaking of trust and stuff, let me about to break down this thing. Thank you, Sarada, for the raid. Really appreciate it. Let me just shout you out real quick. There we go. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome in. We are trying to get to the next trial portion of the game, just through a lot of investigation. We've just come across the rebel leader. I do a lot of pattern playthroughs, speedruns, switch games, reaction videos, all sorts of that stuff. And yeah, we're about to try and get to the next part of the trial. We're probably not going to finish the trial, considering it's already been like nearly 2 hours and we haven't even like done the thing yet. But we'll try. Thank you for the raid. Thank you very much. I hope that the Siege games are still going well. Or were going well. If you did a streaming, I guess. Can't believe I was that close to getting shanked here. Like you said. Going well? That's nice. I'm hoping that the new season... I've been noticing so many people in the new season enjoying... It feels like they're enjoying the new season more because it's... I guess because it's new. Just because it's, you know, new stuff. It just feels like a big refresh. You're almost at gold? Nice. Nice. Yeah, you're still playing, that's so cool. I'll, probably still be here. But yeah, it's always good to see, like, a lot of progression with that game. No intention of leaving Dhurke's group. In other words, you were testing me. You're a foreigner and a lawyer who's been charged with abetting a criminal to boot. It works. Oh, what works? Hang on a second. Ooh, oh, you made your emote. Oh, Cloud just made his own emote. There you go. There's your emote. Looks cool. Here you go. Now, Cloud makes his own emotes, I believe. Or he's made some anyway. But yeah, that's nice. That looks really cool. After weeping at the fate of the Queen. Well, I'm gonna keep fighting till the end. Yeah, I can see that now. Sorry I ever doubted you. So what are you doing here anyway? Came to get the secret hideout key from our output. I have an idea for an emote that I want Panda to do, but I wanna wait till I reach affiliate because it's the first one you made. Figured it was yeah. I mean it works. People like cats. People like cats and people like crazy eyes in animals too. Like, I have an idea for what I want to do for an emote, but I want to wait. Secret hideout. Yep, supposed to get my next order from Dhurke there. Town's swarming with cops. Thanks to that murder, nothing I can do about it. What about the order Dhurke was supposed to give you? Gonna have to start that. Gonna have to abort that mission. Now I'm just lying low, waiting for a chance to make contact with Dhurke again. Hey, why the long face? Thought you'd be able to tell me something about the High Priest murder. Sorry to disappoint you. Yeah, it looks good. Like, again, emotes, unless they're like animated and super detailed, they just need to be basic. Basic and get the get the idea across really, really easily. Like, hey, here's a twerking Pikachu. Here's a dancing like character. Here's a you know, like here's a cat with crazy eyes. That's thing. It's like it gets the point across. It's quite easy to understand and be like, oh, that's like, you know, that's really what an emote's supposed to be. Yeah, animated emotes are hard. I have some experience in Flash, so I might be able to try some to make some of my own. But it is hard to do that. Oh, I know. Let me make it up to you with this. What is it? This orb is actually a key. Opens the door to one of our secret hideouts. Yeah, I could probably make an emote, an animated one, if I tried. I have experience with After Effects, I have experience with Flash. So I'm assuming it's just the same exact thing, just working on a much smaller scale, and you can zoom in and make it as detailed as whatever is possible anyway. I can probably look into that myself. I do have an idea for an emote, but I'll save that. Can't say any more than that. Anyway, I hope it helps. So what is a key? Yep, the hideout is in a totally unexpected location. Being that it's super secret, couldn't have just any ordinary key. Your emotes are good though, Saran. They look good. They actually look good. Like, I like them. Plus, I believe as you go on, like as you get more emote slots, sorry, as you get more, is it as you get more subscribers, or I can't remember what it is. You unlock more emote slots depending on something, so there's always going to be more room for more emote slots at some point. An orb, as the court record, an orb entrusted to me by Mr. Rebel seems to be the key to the Rebel hideout. I think you get like 5 animated and 5 non-animated ones, so I'm gonna try and make my own emotes and just see how I can go, but I have ideas for some other stuff. I mention it. Besides, you're a fellow brother in arms. Fight the powers that be. Well, I'll help you. You have to pick my brain a bit more. Lady Kira. Everyone's been talking about the return of Lady Kira lately. Well, my friend Maya is suspected of being the rebel under disguise as Lady Kira. Wouldn't happen to know who she really is, though, would you? Beats me, but whoever she is, she's bushwhacked me and hauled me off to jail. Even worse, on top of attacking us and delivering us to the cops. She's been watching us like a hawk and framing us for different crimes. Watching you like a hawk? Framing you for crimes? Why would anyone go to all that trouble? Like kingdoms like pretend that it's people that are free to think about what they want. Because of that, the authorities can't arrest you just for sympathizing with the rebellion. They resort to framing people for things they didn't do. And that Lady Kira figure is... Yep, you just some lick spittle working for the Garan regime. Even wrote the DC Act. Dhurke and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered. What's that supposed to mean? Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve. So I'd watch it if I were you. Get in a fine attitude, like one of them dragon dupes. So just talking about Lady Kira then. Advanced combat skills, detailed surveillance, and clever cover-ups. She's no amateur if you ask me. So you're saying the monarchy is using Lady Kira to secretly take out the rebels? Exactly. The Garan regime is using her to control the people, even down to what we want, even down to what we think. Why don't the people protest that the monarchy is doing things like that? Fortunately, we don't have any conclusive evidence. And without that, we can't prove anything. I know the feeling. If I bring this up in court, they'd probably dismiss it out of hand. I have to unmask Lady Kira if I wanted to get you anywhere. Our goal? To get rid of that evil, no-good Defense Culpability Act. You can tell just by looking at Dhurke's law book. The DC Act has turned this kingdom into a corrupt cesspool. Where false charges are overlooked and prosecutors are the only ones heard in court. It's been 23 years since it was first enacted. What happened 23 years ago to make them pass a terrible law? The assassination of Queen Amara. That's where it all began. And before I was even born, but Queen Amara, the previous queen, was assassinated. It was the rebel leader Dhurke who did it. Dhurke assassinated the former queen, didn't he? That's the official line, but... The official line? Whose charges were completely trumped up? Dhurke was framed, I'm telling you. He was? Plus, Dhurke was a lawyer. Once the people thought a lawyer had killed the queen, they turned against all lawyers. That's how the DC Act was first passed. That's why there aren't any lawyers left in Kurian. Even worse, it changed the significance of the divination seance. The significance of the divination seance? They were holding seances in court, even before the DC Act? You bet they were. Lawyers and prosecutors used to hotly contest the insights that came out of seances. You mean like what I've been doing? Right, it's like Dhurke used to say. What Prince's insight is just another piece of evidence. See what you mean about the significance of the divination seance changing. Yep, the insights became the only truth, and arguing against them was banned. Imagine living in a country where arguing for your case was bad. Like, you can't present evidence, you can't cross-examine a witness, you just gotta trust what some ritual says and says, oh, this is what the killer last saw and felt and things. This is the key evidence. You can't even... No other evidence exists, just that. As the royal priestess, it is my duty to reveal the truth through the divination seance. This time I will prove that the insights I gleaned thereof are the very truth itself. Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial, and your last rites. Tomorrow shall end with you under the headsman's axe. And also, when it's been 23 years, all these innocent people have been jailed or killed as well. From what I've seen, Rafa would agree with that. This kingdom is the shadow of its former self. Becoming a dictatorship where the royals use the fear of trumped-up charges to rule. That's what Dhurke's been rebelling about. Yep. All we want to do is live in a kingdom with a fair and impartial legal system. There's only one way to make that come true. Overthrow the current regime. So that's the truth behind the rebels. Well, PW, my friend, it's about time for me to get going. After all, I am the Thanks of the Defiant Dragons. That's a rebel. You're not gonna do that alley-oop thing again, are you? I'll just get to that. See you when I see you. Why does he have to jump like that before running off? Well, I guess we're friends now. But enough about that. I've already spent way too much time here. Yeah, I get the feeling something's gonna happen. We're gonna have to, figure it out. May 11 Kurian Bazaar. Finally got out of there. Mr. Wright, so glad you're okay. I'm so worried about you. Shadow, what happened to him anyway? Came out of the manhole about 5 minutes ago after you went in. Sorry it wasn't much help. Well, did you find anything of worth? I tripped and fell down there. Must have been out cold for a while. Better keep things to myself for now. I figured as much. To find that secret hideout Mr. Rebel was talking about. Should probably start with places that have something to do with the High Priest. Well? Find the secret Rebel hideout. I'm guessing we have to go to the, The only place that we would be able to go to was at the Inner Sanctum, I would think. Because we've already been everywhere else. It wouldn't be in the house, it wouldn't be in the Devotion Plaza because it's open. Bazaar we've just checked, so the only place would have to be here, I would think. The weird thing is that we're going to be taking, we're taking Rafa with us, and yet she's not a rebel, she is a thing instead, so that's going to be interesting. Like, will she, like, see us get into the area if we do find it? Bob, had your research here, did you not? Just thought I'd look around again, you know, in case I missed something. Probably shouldn't tell her I'm looking for the secret rebel hideout. We have a saying back home, leave no stone unturned. Oh yes. You cannot stump me. I know that one. Actually, I don't have a clue, it's written all over your face. Let's look around. Anything changed here? Because we haven't been back here in a long time. Anything new? I can change the perspective, but we've always been able to change the perspective. Looking for a hideout. Can't believe Mr. Rebel used this as a parachute. That reckless fool. Then again, he must have a screw loose if he counts himself among those vile rebels. Wouldn't exactly call him crazy, but he's certainly one of a kind. I think it's... I'm wondering if the hideout is here because of... I was going to say there because of the movement of the snow, but... It's a statue of a bird. Guess I'll take a closer look at it. See, this... I've always thought that there was something around here because it looks like there's footprints. They look like they're footprints, so why is there a... I'm guessing we have to put we have the orb that we have to put into there, so, that's probably what we have to do. Because we did get that yellow orb, the orange orb, if you recall. This eye is missing. What are you doing? You must not touch that for no reason. Sorry. That shape, I wonder. Wait, but that's actually, I just realized that now, that's G-Wild's emote. Seeing all these emotes from everyone else, like, I need to figure out what I want to do for mine. See what they are, like, all these are wild emotes. Just so many of them. We do have the, this. Yeah.
Take that!
I knew it. She must be at a loss for words, and that doesn't happen too often. What is this place? Explain yourself at once, Bobbed Head. Don't think she's ready for the full story. I don't really know much myself, but it seems to be a secret rebel hideout. If I'm shocked, there's a secret door there. I imagine that goes double for Rafa. A rebel hideout in the Inner Sanctum? Somebody will pay for this. Well, for now, I think I'll have to look around. Wait, you must not enter before the police. Don't worry, I won't disturb anything. Or at least I'll try not to. Besides, with you watching over me, it should be fine, right? You see... Fine, just please stop pleading your case. I can only stand so much lawyery drivel. But I will be presenting all information gleaned from your efforts here to the police. Of course. Now, shall we? I will go no further. Right, you're not supposed to come in contact with the tainted Lady Kira's battles. Very good, Bobbed Head. I commend you for remembering. Well, thank you. Wait, why am I thanking her? I may not be able to enter. but I will allow no misdeeds on your part. I will be watching you like a warbard from the entrance here. I told you I'm not going to do anything, but hurry before she changes her mind. I guess we're gonna go in. Into the rebel hideout, everyone. Okay, we're actually gonna get 2 trophies here. One for performing all the forensic techniques, and another one for examining a certain thing. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Get those out of the way. Believe this to be a sacred space that enshrines the source of the spring water. That makes sense. The rebels must have converted it into a secret hideout. But what about that warbard revolving door? Wonder if that too was originally intended to hide and protect the sacred space. To think those 50 rebels were scheming their schemes in this most sacred space is a discretion upon Kurianism itself. The Defiant Dragon shall pay for this. Suppose it's only natural that she'd be upset, but the investigation must go on. I think I'll start by taking a picture of the place. Good thing I bought a camera to snap some souvenir shots. More of these, really? See you later, bud. Bye, bud. We don't need cheap viewers here. Get out of here. I wonder if they ever stop. I honestly wonder if these bots ever stop without me having to implement something else, because, like, assuming that, like, how many people who reach, like, a certain point would... I guess the way that they would block it is, like, follower-only mode, or, like... I don't know. Like, because they keep changing the links up, or having, like, links banned or something, but it's like... I don't want to, like, restrict... I don't want to restrict my, chat. I don't like to be too authoritative or anything like that with my streams, just, like... Be respectful to people. I have a pretty thick skin when it comes to stuff, so, you know, just, like, none of that, like, any of the, you know, homophobia and racism, none of that crap, like, I'm pretty lenient when it comes to stuff, just, like, none of that. That's why I don't really have, like, I have a bot, but I'd rather just, like, moderate myself. I would say I'm pretty lenient when it comes to things. Like, I've never had to ban anybody. And it's all good, Panda. You're here. That's all that matters. Panda is here, everybody. We all remember Panda. Thank you for subbing in. We always appreciate seeing you. Thanks for we're having a really good day, I would say. Usually my weekend streams are a little weird, so today's been really good though. We got a raid earlier. Been keeping it at our average, like, point, so, you know, it's gonna be going good. Hope that you have a good morning. Now you've woken up out of your hibernation. Leaf is really fired up. She's sticking her head in as far as it will go. Guess she won't be tainted as long as she doesn't touch anything. The hideout photo, a photo of the secret rebel hideout. It was literally built into the inner sanctum. Also, Cloud came in a little bit ago, and he put his emote into the chat, so we saw his cat emote that he made, so that was pretty cool to see. Now to search every nook and cranny. Barbed head just because it is hard for me to see your every move. Do not use that as an excuse to touch and break things. Heard you the first time. Okay, so I've got to do 2 things. Examine the written order twice. Okay, that's the unheard one. I think I have to do that before I leave. Weapons, and lots of them too. We are lucky we found them before they could be used. Excellent work, barbed head. Thanks. Rebellion never happens. I hope it's bloodless. How dare those 50 insurgents raise their banner amid such a sacred space? Barbed head, you must burn it at once. Didn't you tell me not to touch or damage anything? This is an exception. Very well, if you will not do it, then I will. But your benevolence, I thought you were not supposed to come in here. For once, the strange customs of this kingdom are working in my favor. There's something under the banner. A microphone? What's this doing here? Is someone trying to record something with it? Wait, did my streams do something weird? I saw, like, flickering, but then it looks like it's still going. It's still, uploading. It's still ticking away. I think I'm seeing things. For some reason, I keep, it's not even raining outside, so I shouldn't have to worry about it. Close to the channel built into the floor before heading outside. Lady Kira uses the sacred water to wash the tainted batter from her body. It's also not red like the water in the spring. I guess it's another thing with moderating too, is that like most of my games that I'm doing are single player, so it's pretty easy for me to just put the controller down and just like delete the message out. The only thing that would affect me in that case would be speedrunning, but I can probably still find time to do it. I'm not really going to, again, most people know not to click on the viewer bots in the first place, but I like to just ban them to get them out of the chat in case someone accidentally clicks on one, because I know that mobile can be annoying with the scrolling, and if you accidentally click on something, I'd rather just avoid anyone being hacked or something happening. Looks like an order from Dhurke. What's this? Let me see that. I thought you're not supposed to touch anything in here. This is an exception. Now hand it over. Let's see here. Holy Mother. What does it say? It is an order intended for that rebel named Dats. It reads, after the rite, infiltrate the palace under the guise of returning Lady Kira's costume. In search for clues about that incident from 23 years ago. Dhurke. 23 years ago? You must have been the assassination of Queen Amara. Wonder what the rebels are up to. It's intriguing and all, but it doesn't seem related to the case at hand. This would not do. I must warn my mother at once. I need to do that. This order will never be carried out. Lady Kira's costume is still here, and Abbott in me is no longer able to aid the rebels. I knew that. So we have to examine it a second time to get a trophy, which we're going to do right now. Is there anything else you would like me to read, Barbed Head? Let's see. How about this note? Let me see that. Kunuro Zabas Baba Yakinru. Wait, this looks familiar. What is it? Some kind of Kurinese spell? No, it's a recipe for Kurinese curry. Guess the rebels enjoy a home-cooked meal just like everyone else. There we go, a rebellious recipe. A large stone slab, shaped like a magatama. We've got to seek the trophy up. First trophy of today. What did we get the trophy for? For having examined Dhurke's written order in the Rebel hideout twice in episode 3. Good. Yeah, we are getting there. Looks rather unstable. I bet it'd tip over in an earthquake. What's that earthy, grass-like smell? It is the smell of the moss that covers the stone. Oh, so this shaggy green stuff is moss? Looks like some of the moss about halfway up has been disturbed. Wonder why that is. One quick touch can't hurt, right? Well, the slab's starting to wobble. What is happening? What have you done to the sacred space? Nothing. All I did was nudge it a little. I knew it looked unstable. Probably best not to touch it again. Is that blood? I think it is. What's this? Bloodstain? Should probably try to figure out what happened in here. Do not tamper with any evidence before the police arrive. Police? Hey, that reminds me. Emma gave me something just for times like these. Thought it might help you in your investigation. Here, it's all yours. I wanted to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools, but they were confiscated at the airport. Luminol testing fluid. This actually might come in handy. Surprised I even let luminol through. To be honest. It is a chemical. Luminol testing fluid glows in reaction to even the tiniest traces of blood. So it can even detect areas where blood has been wiped up. It might help us figure out what happened in here. Okay, time for science to do its thing. First, let's put those red tinted glasses on to see the luminol's glow. Then I just press X where I want to spray some luminol. Areas where there are blood will react by turning blue. Well, we saw some down here, so we know that there's definitely some, unless we're supposed to spray elsewhere. Is that blood? I mean, this is where the blood is, so I assume I'm supposed to spray it here, but it's not. Unless there's more blood elsewhere. The weapons? What am I actually looking for? The blood's right here. Like, but it's not letting me really, like, pick up anything. Unless there's, like, something else that I'm missing. Oh, never mind. There was actual rock there. It's a huge blood stain. Something big must have happened here. Perhaps the high priest blood flowed in there from under the Warbard statue. There's definitely a lot of blood here. But it's impossible to say much else at this point. I'll just take a picture for now. Right, luminol reactions don't show up in photos. I'll just have to take some notes. That should do it. Didn't notice before, but the bloodstain looks like it was smeared away in one place. Is it because the Warbard revolving door passed over it? Hideout photo updated. Record. Good. There's our trophy for getting the forensics done. So that is a that should be for getting all the forensics tools used. Having performed every forensic technique at least once in all 3 games. Which is weird because I don't think you do it in the second game at all. Actually, no, you do it in the second game. In the DLC, you do it. That's right. What is it, barbed head? It's a plump Punisher clock. Why, I believe it is a limited edition promotional item given to 50 lucky viewers. This rare item plays the plump Punisher theme song every hour. Hand it over now, barbed head. She snatched it away from me. No matter what she says, Rafer is definitely a huge fan. What a fine item. And this switch, if I'm right. It's the Plum Punisher theme song. Yes, now I see. The insurgents who use this room must be Plum Punisher fans. Maybe so, but I don't see how it's relevant to this case. Well, I think that covers about everything here. Stuff right, you shouldn't have come in here before the police. Sorry, but I was in a hurry. Didn't do anything I wasn't supposed to. Benevolence can attest to that. It is your fault for being so slow. I expect the police to work faster and more efficiently. Sorry. Well, Barbed Head, have you not already seen enough? Guess it's about time I got back to the temple to go over everything I've learned. Yep. Can I examine anything else? Over this way. Plum Punisher calendar here. Now I understand. The villains in the Plum Punisher are based on the insurgents. Watching the show must have roused their ire against Lady Kira. Doubt that's it. Alright, I guess now we just head back to, we do the same thing we did last time. We head back to the temple and, sort out all of our, evidence. And then we pretty much go into the, trial. Welcome back, Mr. Wright. How'd it go? Fortunately, I didn't find anything conclusive. No way. I do not understand, Barbed Head. What don't you understand? Why, you did not commit any misdeeds during your investigation. After all, lawyers ply their trade primarily through illicit means and methods. What? Who told you that? My mother. Are you saying she was wrong? No, that cannot be. You must have committed some sort of misdeed right under my nose. If that was so, she wasted her whole day following me around. I mean, technically we did... Yeah, Panda didn't sleep. He doesn't sleep at all. Panda was working on art all day. And night. And the day after that. And the night after that. I bet he, like, sleep paints. It does artwork during his sleep. Like, it's just a... There's sleepwalking, sleep talking. No, Panda makes art in his sleep. What is it? Prosecutor Sudmati is in need of me. What's going on? I must go perform a divination seance for Perezalot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. I see. The third time will be the charm. My insights will finally bring you to your knees tomorrow. Panda has a machine that hooked up to him that allows him to make art even in rest. Yeah, it's one of those things. I will teach that neophyte practitioner a lesson. Looks like the Royal Priestess is back with a vengeance. I'm also convinced that he's able to, he has something hooked up to him that allows him to watch everyone's streams all at the same time with no, and able to, be in all of them at once. Just made a full recovery from when we started the investigation earlier today. Look forward to seeing you in court, your benevolence. Your overconfidence will be your downfall. You think it's called tabs? I mean, yeah, but like, it's like he has tabs on like everybody. Like, everyone. You would not look so confident when I am finished with you tomorrow. So I'm not really looking forward to seeing her tomorrow. Especially without any solid evidence. Why don't we go over everything you know so far? But yeah, he as long as we feed him, yeah, you can have 100 tabs definitely. I remember if I got behind in something, I would open up tons of tabs, but yeah, I wouldn't open 100 Twitch links. That would be way too, that would be way too harsh on the thing. Like, I couldn't imagine someone having 100 Twitch streams open at once. That would actually be almost impossible to manage. But again, we appreciate Panda. We love Panda in this stream. We as long as we give him pets and bamboo, he is perfectly satisfying to stick around. Challenge accepted? I mean, like, I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying that I don't know how long your stream how your computer would be able to handle 100 tabs. Assuming that they're all playing video at once and all of them have their sound on. I could only imagine trying to do that. Acolyte Zealot was killed during the riot with Lady Kira's dagger. Maya's fingerprints were found on it. Oh, you're gonna have a NASA level. Oh, so you're gonna be like the Hubble. You're gonna be like the Hubble Space Telescope of Twitch streaming. Is that what you're aiming for? You're gonna be able to see. Yeah, we'll wait for the rocket. I'm sure Elon Musk will provide you with the PC parts that you need to make a to be able to do that. It's the very definition of being up a creek without a paddle. Like before his murder, Zealot enjoyed a meal with the High Priest, his wife, and Maya. Also learned about spirit channeling here in Korean. I know that sounds very helpful. Oh, but I did hear something interesting. That the rebel hunting Lady Kira might be working for the Justice Minister. Really? The kingdom is supposed to be ruled through faith and laws. Can't allow the people to be controlled by fear and violence. Oh, but that sounds like something a rebel might say. It does. If that Lady Kira really is one of the Minister Inga's subordinates, you're gonna be one of those cliche hackers in the movies. I mean, like, that's basically what a Twitch streamer is, right? Isn't that what we basically do? We're just in our basements, in front of a screen. I mean, this room isn't dark, but it's like I can make it dark. I can make the room dark, and then I can be one of those. But yeah, that's basically Twitch, right? Aren't we all just like anyone who streams? Don't we all just do that? This is right. That's what I thought we did. I don't have a basement either. I just lock myself in a room and be antisocial. That's pretty much all I do. Exonerate Miss Maya. Fortunately, I have no way of proving it in court. It's too bad. I must have forgot about the secret rebel hideout we found at Inner Sanctum. So bloodstained inside. I wouldn't say that I'm very antisocial. I would say that I have never been comfortable with conversations with people in person, but I would also say that through Twitch streaming, I have probably grown out of my shell a little bit more. Talking with people in a chat, with like multiple people in a chat, is actually really, at first I found it a little intimidating, but I think it's once you get to know people, and you get to know people's interests, and how people joke around with each other, and all that sort of stuff, I find it very satisfying. Like, if we're just joking around, if we're talking about something, if we're playing a game, I like all that stuff. I think it's really cool to... Plus, you meet so many people from around the world in all different time zones, and, like, again, I love all of my night owls. They seem to be, like, my main viewers. I don't know about today. It could be possible. I'm at 2.71, so we'll see how the rest of the stream goes. I'm probably going to be here for another hour or so. Slow and steady wins the race, right? We'll definitely get there. Don't know if or how it's connected to this case, though. Wow, a secret room in the Inner Sanctum? That would be a huge hit with tourists. This kid really is an entrepreneur at heart. What I mean is that a hideout could be important to your case. We'll keep an open mind and we'll say yes, we're gonna reach affiliate today, but we'll just keep our open mind and just say that we will. Like, we're already basically at the point where I would be able to, but it's like one of those, hey, we're just gonna push that little extra pull, get that little extra push. Like, my highest was 2.84. So, if we get into the 2.9s, at that point, it's like, I just need that, like, slight extra thing to get there. But hey, if we can get there before September is finished, that would be really cool, because that would be 2 years of me streaming. And also, yeah, I would like to... That's what we're going to aim for. We're aiming for the end of September, hopefully. So I'll try my best to do that. This Rafer's divination science might be my only hope. There'll be some new information in it that might help. Divination seance? I thought it was always worked against the accused. Not always. Right, it's like Dhurke used to say. Well, Priestess' insights are just another piece of evidence. I've heard anyone say that before. It's hard to figure it out sometimes, son. Also, I hope Germany's really close to reaching affiliate as well, because he's been working pretty hard to get to the affiliate status too. So if we can help Germany get to that too, that's also going to be really cool. He's at about 2 point something. Nation sciences work both ways before the Defense Culpability Act. It's only now that the people of Korean find it strange. Mr. Wright, I just wanted to say, good luck tomorrow. Thanks, I can't afford to lose this next one. Collected all sorts of information, but haven't even started connecting the dots. If I could do that, I might have a shot at pulling it off, man. Rafer's insights will be the deciding factor. It's a huge gamble, but it's all I've got. Alright, I don't know if we're gonna finish the trial today. We'll try to. If I can't, then we'll just do it the next day. This trial has been long. It's not a big deal if I finish it today, because I can always do it in the next stream. I can, and then move on to the next one. Okay, May 12th, 9:34 AM. High Court of Korean accused lobby. Maya looks exhausted, but I can't blame her. I think I was thinking about it all day yesterday. Never probably asked you to defend me, did I? Doesn't matter. I'm on this case to the bitter end. I know. That's why I want to officially ask you for your help. You got it, Maya. Let's do it. Gotta wrap this up and get back home so you can make your dream show come true. Still Samurai versus the Plum Punisher, right? You bet. You look as if you did not sleep last night, barbed head. It is written all over your face. How can you expect to put up a respectable defense like that? All fired up and raring to go. Guess Maya is not the only one looking exhausted. Rafer doesn't seem in the best spirits herself. Go ahead, feign confidence now while you are still able. For I will see to it that your last rites are read to you this day. Guess it was just my imagination. Eddie Nick? Okay, Maya, let's head on in. Alright, trial time. May 12th, High Court of Korean. Day 2, court is now in session. All rise. Nolan, if everyone is ready. Defense is ready, Your Majesty. Prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. No prayers this time, Prosecutor Sarmati? I already offered my prayers for the latest victim during my visit to the crime scene. Being that the accused has already been found guilty of the first murder. Let us hasten this trial so we may put this dead lawyer walking out of his misery. I could not agree more. In yesterday's trial, the accused was already found guilty of murdering the High Priest. And today, she will be tried for the murder of his disciple, Plat. Now then, Prosecutor Samadi, your opening statement, if you would. Certainly. The accused has now slain 2 of the most devout clergymen in Curianism. Even the lowest level of hell, the hell of tickling, would not be punishment enough. Then, what terrible fate awaits her? How do I pronounce this? Belgipocon hell. A realm of eternal agony. There, she will suffer the endless punishment of Yagar by the Galoon of Pulmoten. Shadow, welcome. Hope that you're... Hang on a second. That was what was incoming. Hang on 1 second. Another raid. Shadow, thank you for the raid. Let me give you a shout out real quick. Thank you very much for the raid. Hope that the Siege games went well. I was lurking away in the stream before I started, but hope that everything was well. Hope that you had some good games. Hope that they weren't too rage-inducing. Hope you're having good luck with the new season as well. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for the raid. I am doing a lot of speedruns, platinum playthroughs, reaction videos, Switch games, all sorts of good stuff like that. We just got to the part of the second trial we just got to the second part of the trial for thing. Yeah. Thank you everyone for coming for the raids, by the way. It was heavy story time. I'm sorry. I don't know if I should apologize or be upset that I wasn't there. But yeah, welcome in raiders. Thank you very much for that. Shadow is also trying to reach affiliate, so if anyone would like to give him a follow, then that would be greatly appreciated as well. Not kid-friendly story time. Okay, that's yeah. Not kid-friendly story time. Well, that's okay. It's still story time. It can't have been that bad, surely. Or I guess in this case it could have been. Who knows? You were hitting clip off the clip while the stories. I mean, the fact that you were able to like try and like, I guess you were trying to keep your composure behind that. But yeah, I know that plus the soundboard. That's the other thing as well. The soundboard. I can only imagine trying to play a game where you have to concentrate on shooting and the soundboard is just constantly going off as well. But yeah, you'll get used to that, I think. My blood runs cold at the mere thought that such a terrible place exists. You are, but it makes for good entertainment. At the expense of Shadow, though. That's the only issue. At the expense of Shadow, we get entertained, but I was gonna ask for a translation, but on second thought, ignorance is bliss. Now then, please continue, minus the part about the terrible hell awaiting the second. You were 13 and 2. That's pretty good. That's really good. Yeah. Yeah, Shadow is the sacrifice for our entertainment, unfortunately. But hey, somebody has to play good on Siege, right? Like, again, 13 and 2, someone has to play good on Siege to make up for all the tomfoolery and jokes and stuff. The victim of this heinous crime was the High Priest's disciple, Plat. He had been training under the High Priest while living at the priest's home. Yeah, but what? You're better than him anyway, but were you 13 and 2 in the game? Did you get a 13 and 2? Maybe you got a 13 and 1. Maybe that's what you were. Whatever number of times, and you seemed like quite an earnest young man. You were 16 and 1. Okay, there you go. So you were actually better. How tragic that he met such a terrible end. Well, it is a new season. That's the other thing to also consider. It is a new season, so it's going to take a while for, like, to get used to everything, anything that's changed. That's another thing, like... That's one thing that counts. Like, you have to consider that, hey, the new season's only just started, like, what, a week ago? Week and a half ago? The murder occurred at the Plaza of Devotion during, the purification rites. Hey, put it this way, if I played Siege, I would have to be carried hard by people. I would have to be carried to victory. Like, I am not good at shooting games. I can't beat the Call of Duty campaigns on, like, the hardest difficulty. In some cases, like, I am that bad. I'm very bad at those. Hey, we appreciate the banter in this stream. Lord Dagger was found impaled in the victim's upper back. Stabbing caused a spinal cord injury that killed him instantly. Oh, Lord Dagger, Lady Kira's weapon of choice. We have already established the accused's prints were on the weapon. Incredibly damning evidence in itself. But hey, it only matters if you win, right? Like if you get a 16-1 KD or 13-2 KD, if you still lose that game somehow, then it doesn't count, right? You shouldn't be losing if you have like a 16-1 or 13-2 KD thing in the game, unless they're somehow playing even better than that. But...
Objection.
Hold your tongue. Now, being that the accused Maya is a serial killer, the prosecution believes that the death penalty is the only possible sentence. Will the defense care to respond? The accused is innocent. Nothing can convince me otherwise. Okay, have a good night, Shadow. Get some rest. I will try and pop into your streams when I see them. I'm not always talking necessarily, but I try to help you out as much as possible. Before everyone goes out, give Shadow a follow. He's trying to reach affiliate as well, so once I've gotten to the affiliate, I'm trying to help out. Well, I'm trying to reach affiliate as well, but like definitely try and help out Shadow. He's a good streamer. He's doing he's on the rise at the moment. He has all of his stuff done, so. And he also will raid. He also follows back usually. He follows through with the follows too. So definitely check him out. Could my client possibly have committed this murder without a single witness? Have a good night, and thank you all once again for the raid. The accused's fingerprints on the murder weapon alone is enough to render a verdict. As such, I see no need to debate this any further. Well, once a benevolence conducts her seance, it will be clear for all to see. Your Majesty might have a word. Is something the matter, Prosecutor Sunbody? Yeah, we're at 11 viewers now, so that's really cool. Really, really high. It's about the divination seance. Wait, you're interrupting? Your benevolence? Stop right there, Prosecutor Sunbody. As you wish. Forgive me for overstepping my bounds. What's that all about? Barbed head, have you made peace with your fate? For this time, the divination seance will bring you to your knees. Ready and accept your challenge. I don't know if you were in here, Serrata, when I got, I had like 19 followers, I had 19 viewers, I don't know how long ago it was. I got like 2 raids in a row, and it like shot up to 19 followers one day as well, so, it's pretty cool to see them grow. The only problem is I have no weapons at my disposal. only hope now is what we can glean from the sounds, vision, and Rafer's insights. Plus, like, 3 is the average that I need. Yeah, Serrato will definitely help out a lot. He plays a lot of Siege. Shadow plays a lot of Siege, with Nook. So they're a part of, like, a group that plays Siege. So definitely, like, we can help him out with that. I think he normally streams around the same time that I've been streaming lately, but then also he does other stuff too. But you'd have to ask him. But definitely, like, I'm gonna be trying to help him get to affiliate because we got Nook to affiliate, and then it's just a matter of getting Shadow there. Very well. The divination silence if you please, your benevolence. Let us begin.
Oh, Holy Mother, we hold
Hey,
this
we get a little bit
divination
of a break
seance
now.
in
I
your
don't have to
name.
talk. I can catch up with chat a little bit while we wait for the seance to finish.
Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped.
Hey, I should have mentioned this earlier because I'm very close to getting affiliate. Once I get to the affiliate rank, I'm gonna be trying to focus more on like, obviously the viewership's still going to matter, but not as much as it would have prior, so I'm gonna try and focus my efforts on getting other people that getting them to affiliate in a similar way that, Serrato and so many others already do, so, that's one of my goals.
Oh, dance of devotion.
If we all help
Guide
each,
the
if
victim's
we all help each
soul
other
to
out, we'll all
me.
get to the same position.
So that we may
only a matter of
receive
time.
their final memories in the pool of souls.
Hope everyone's having a good night, though, tonight. Yeah, I have a little bit of a reprieve, because this always happens each time, but hope everyone's having a good night tonight. Enjoying the stream, enjoying the banter, having good luck in their, online games, etc., etc. Don't get it. Why wasn't there anything to see? I'm guessing the reason why is because, remember, when we saw the, what was it? The guy was praying on the ground, so he would have probably had his eyes closed, or he would have only just seen the ground. From benevolence? What in the world? I was unable to evoke any sort of response. I called out the spirit's name many times, but but to no avail. Yeah, figured that was gonna happen. Just as I thought. Wait, what does he know that we don't? I sought to confirm the contents of today's divination seance. After all, it is customary for the prosecutor to verify it beforehand. Come to think of it, I must go perform a divination seance for Perezalot. It's our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. That is why I sought to stop her benevolence from performing it here. However, she insisted that it be done. She wished to try one more time here in the Hall of Justice. It would appear her benevolence is tired from her manifold duties. I am not anything of the sort. It's super chill to have, wait, what? Oh, you're gonna try and sleep some more? No, no, it's gonna be normal sandwich, just without the ES on the end. Jill sandwiches. Yeah. Again, I try to make my streams as chill as possible to have like thing, but hope that you are able to get some more sleep, Panda. Panda's going back into hibernation, guys. So everybody say goodnight to Panda and pray for him to have some good sleep. Panda's been around quite a while. Yeah, you got a caviar sandwich. You are living up today. The victim's spirit will not answer my call, but I don't know why. It's my sacred duty to convey the truth through the divination seance. What are we to do with the divination seance? I suppose I shall have to deliver the last rites without them. Execution has already taken into account when preparing for today. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I haven't seen you in a while, Andre. I hope that you're doing well as well. Well, too, I should say. Berlin's come in a couple of times, but I haven't seen you in a little while, so I hope that everything's going well with you and your pursuit of happiness, as I would say. Fully capable of proving the accused's guilt, with or without a divination seance. You never fail to impress, Prosecutor Samari. But yeah, I've just been chilling, trying to again, still getting to getting closer to affiliate, getting a lot more social with a lot of my viewers, trying to help out with them as well. Just trying to think of ideas to expand the channel, all that good stuff. I'm not feeling as like stressed when it comes to like having to worry too much about the views. Like, we'll get there when we get there. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Like, we'll thing. But it's I've been pretty good. But yeah, like Divination Science was my one and only hope. Magistrate, your benevolence said she isn't tired. So shouldn't we try to find out why the divination seance failed? Yeah, that's just always how it's been. Some people will get it in 2 weeks, some people get it in 2 months. I'm looking at it and saying I'm going to get it in 2 years. That's where I'm at this point. I'm going to try and push as hard as I possibly can to get to. If we get to the end of September and I'm affiliated, that's good enough for me. No, this isn't a speedrun. This is a casual playthrough. This is my first playthrough of this. I probably would never speedrun one of these games. It's a little bit like, again, this is a, it's a visual novel, so speedrunning it wouldn't be any good because it would be just fast forwarding through text. That wouldn't really be a fun speedrun. It would just be boring. I mean, you are in the making of it. Like, you might not be here all the time, but like, just being in the chat is adding to the increase of the average. So the way affiliate works is I can't like how do I put it this way? I can't stream and reach affiliate at the same time. I don't think it's possible to like reach the average and then they send the email. I think it only counts after you've ended stream. So no one would know that I'm affiliated until after I already have started the next stream up. I think that's how it works. I think. But I do intend to make a video, when I say video, I do intend to make a live stream where I just go through and, like, thank a bunch of people, and also, you know, go through what my future plans are for the channel, and just ideas to bounce off of to be like, hey, what do people want to see from my streams? What type of emotes would you like? What channel reward points would you like me to do? You know, just things like that. Like, I'm going to try and implement a voting system so that people can pick their, like, vote for, out of a selection of games we can play next. Like, which game will we play after this? Like, at least I have some sort of viewer interaction with that. That's what I want to do. Why have you suddenly taken such a keen interest in the divination seance? Yes, explain yourself. The divination seance is for shedding light on an accused's crimes. It's the Holy Mother's hammer of wrath that is ever poised to pound you into your grave. You should fear it, not plead for it. Yes, I don't think, like, if I went to check my average now, it wouldn't update. Have I set up a donation button yet? No. I'm gonna set that up when I get to affiliate, because I already have to set up all that stuff for, because when you reach affiliate, you have to set up all the banking information and everything anyway, so I figured I'll set up a donation button when I get to the affiliate. That way it can all get done at the one time. Instead of me having to, like, do it incrementally, I'll just do it when, I have a plan. For the plan set forward for that. That's probably the best way to do that. Believe in my client. Just yesterday, somebody told me something that changed my mind. Divination sounds once thought of as just another piece of evidence. If we were to correctly interpret the visions through careful analysis, then they would lead us to the truth behind what really happened. That's why I'm so confused about, like, not confused, sorry. I know that, like, once I get to that affiliate goal, it's gonna be so competitive for everyone to, there's gonna be so many people that, like, I wanna be the first sub, I wanna be in the first 10 subs. I don't know how many people are gonna be, like, doing this. I haven't planned ahead for any of this, so it's like, there's gonna be, like, this competition between, thing. I guess it might just let's see what happens. We'll have to see. I've got so many people that have said this, so we'll see. But, go get some grub and enjoy that. And the truth will show that my client Maya Fey is innocent. The truth is, you don't have anything else to fall back on, huh? Maya, please, you're not helping. How dare you? Why did I sound like Greta Thunberg? The voice of the Midamar is to be feared, not utilized by vile lawyers such as you. Seances exact a heavy toll upon the royal priestess. It would be best not to burden her any further. Or does the defense feel that it can pose no counter-arguments about the seance? Of course not. You saw right through me. I have to find a way to make the divination seance happen or we're toast. Well, since the divination seance is not possible at this time, I see no other choice. Let us proceed with the trial without the seance, as Procedure Sir Marty suggested. Thank you, Majesty. Why, I will not forget this, barbed head. This will not be the last you see of me. Dismissed from the court. Now then, I will now proceed by providing an outline of the case at hand. Very well, if the lead detective would please come to the stand, we may begin. Well, that's another thing as well that I also, like, accept as well. I share a lot of viewers with a lot of other streamers, so, I guess that's where I'm getting a lot of my network from. Like, I have my own network of, people that come in to watch for me, but, I do share a lot of, views from other, places as well, so... It's like, again, I like the idea of trying to, like, give back in with raids and support as well, but there's just a lot of streams. Detective Sky. I understand how you would wish to save the accused in the defense. They are your friends after all, but you must let them go and move on. But there is only one way to save them now. By giving their souls the chance to burn away the taint of their sins in the infernal flames. You can't do this! No eating in the sacred hall of justice! Miss Sky? Don't worry about me, Nick. You just do your job. I'm sure Nick will figure something out eventually. Right. Thanks, Miss Faye. How very brave for a criminal with a tainted soul. Very well, Detective Sky. Please proceed. Okay, I can do this. Let me start with an overview of this case. Overview of the second murder. Latest victim was Perezala. He had been training under the High Priest and living at his home for the past 2 years. The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body. He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the High Priest. I see. Oh, that certainly makes sense. Would the defense care to respond? Didn't spot any inconsistencies in her testimony. And I don't have any evidence in my arsenal. What am I going to do now? What is it, Maya? I was just wondering about how much the police actually looked into Acolyte Zealot. Because it just might prove to be the key as to why the divination sounds failed. What are you getting at? Well, it's just a hunch. Wait a second, during my investigation, Rafa told me about how the divination sounds worked. I could figure out why it failed. Maybe she could try it again. Okay, tell the press for some more information. Alright, we can do that. Oh, we're back at full health because the trials are separate. The trials are separate to the like to each other, so that you don't carry over your health. What kind of person was Acolyte Zealot? According to the neighbors and others who knew him, he was a deeply devout youth. I too have heard his name mentioned as one who was a fervent practitioner. I suppose you might say he was the High Priest's star disciple. Furthermore,
Hold it!
2 years? Are you sure about that? He took statements from his neighbors and his fellow monks. They all corroborate our initial findings. What about you, Maya? Well, when I first came here, I saw Zealot praying under the High Priest's instruction. I see. So the results of the police investigation seem to check out. Oh. Just do this one, it doesn't matter.
Hold it!
Sometimes my controller moves itself. I need to probably get a new one. Maya isn't that Lady Kira who's been going around capturing rebels. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but...
Objection!
That verdict was already handed down in the previous trial. It is no longer a point of dispute, and I will not allow you to make it so. No ifs, ands, and most of all, no buts. The accused was posing as Lady Kira. She killed Acolyte Zealot because she mistakenly believed him to be a rebel. That's not true! I'm sorry. But it has already been read in that case. I have to assume it's a fact now. Maya, you mentioned that Emma's testimony might hold a clue as to why the seance failed. I did, but it's really just a hunch. That might mean there was a mistake made during the investigation. It would have to be information that would impact the seance. What could it be?
Hold it!
Mrs. Inme's positive ID the only way you verify the identity of the victim? Well, no. We also checked the ID card he carried and the data in his family registry. But what? His personal information didn't match any of the public records we cross-referenced. Maybe that's why the divination seance failed. Not sure what you mean, Mr. Wright. Here's what I'm thinking. His address was wrong, or Perez-a-lot is a fake name. I mean, Perez-a-lot sounds like a fake name, but like, all of these characters have wacky names. Like, again, I'll be your guide. Tyrost in me. Perez-a-lot. Believe in me. That's a rebel. Like, all of these sound like they're fake names. This guy's name was anonymous TBD before we found out his real name. Like, all of these characters have fake names, but that's the thing, though. They all sound fake. This is just what the game does. They do a bunch of, the game is all about puns. Like, all of the names are puns for these characters. We had a character named Peas Love and Understanding. Patrol, who was a security guard. Like, they all sound fake to me, but, like, it can't be that the address was wrong. Because we haven't got any information about an address. Victim decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name. The royal priest has used the deceased's face and true name to summon their spirit. Why, yes, that is indeed true. If he was using a forged ID and there was no mention of him in our public records, then he was likely an illegal immigrant. They are not uncommon here in Korean. An illegal immigrant? Come to think of it, Rafa mentioned something about immigrants yesterday. He's trying to be like Batman? I mean, again, there was a character that was basically Batman in this, in the previous game. Who we actually uncovered to be not Batman. He was, he had no identity, basically. If that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. We'll have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time. I had always thought that Acolyte Zealot was Kuranese. Oh, how the High Priest must be lamenting his disciples' deception in the Twilight Realm. Oh, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Should we add this to the testimony? Usually when this happens, we always add it to the testimony because it always gives you extra, things. It always works that way. This is an important fact, please add it to the testimony. It would seem to be a fact most inconvenient for the defense. But if you insist, Detective Sky, please add what you just said to your testimony. Yes, Your Majesty. So we can press this for more information.
Hold it!
Isn't there some way to track down his real name? No, not if he was an illegal immigrant. Have you actually confirmed that he was in Korean illegally? Well, we don't have anything conclusive, any conclusive evidence. There's also no evidence of him being a citizen of Korea either. Oh boy, now what do we do? What if there was a clue in the evidence you gathered? It's probably our only hope at this point. If he really was an illegal immigrant, our proverbial goose is probably cooked. So we should have some evidence then, if that's the case. What do we have? Oh, that's right. We have proof. So if we want to figure out who he is, the guy has a peach tattoo on his neck. So that would also probably help us identify him. Having a peach tattoo of all things. A monk having a peach tattoo. As you can see here, a monk having a peach tattoo on his neck. Which I'm fairly certain aren't tattoos like outside of like the ones that they usually put on them for like the training purposes. Wouldn't they be considered like illegal?
Objection!
Something's up here, but definitely. Sorry, Detective Sky. The police missed something important in their investigation. What are you talking about? Victim is undeniably a Curianese native. And this crime scene photo proves it. It does? It's a little hard to see, but look closely. You'll see clear proof that the victim is Curianese. Wait, I don't see anything that would prove that. This proves that the victim is Curianese. The picture of this. Look at this tattoo right here. Why, that's a tattoo of a peach. I'd like you all to think about the meaning of this tattoo. Victim really likes peaches? Well, peaches are our favorite delicacy here in Korean. They happen to be a personal favorite of mine. The sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of their perfectly ripe flesh. They are a blessing from the Holy Mother herself. Nick, I've suddenly got a craving for peaches. After the trial, Maya, right now we have bigger fish to fry. Unfortunately, this is not a tattoo of a peach. If it's not a peach, you say, then what is it? Take a closer look. Haven't you seen something similar like this before? Name of the tattoo on the High Priest's brow. Hang on 1 second, before we get into talk of peaches, got another raid. Thank you once again for the raid, Savada. Greatly appreciated. We just got down to, the priest has a peach tattoo on his neck, so clearly he must be, after the booty. Yeah, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Welcome in, raiders. I do a lot of speedruns, Switch games, rush videos. Currently on our next Platinum playthrough for the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. We're in the trial, trying to get our client off. We've just discovered that a monk has a peach tattoo on his neck, so he's after the booty. So we need to figure out why he's after that. This mark is only borne by members of the Curianese clergy.
Objection.
So that is why you believe it to be. Or are they not utterly different shapes? Sure, they're shaped differently, but there's a reason for that. The victim at the heart of the peach-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for some reason. However, the dark red portion is exactly the same as the mark all Curianese clergy bear. Hey, you're right. Until about 20-some odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? I myself bear one on my right. Did he just say that? Okay, so now we know. We know the secret about the. We know the secrets of the judge. The judge has a peach tattoo on his right butt cheek. Good to know. Important information for the case coming up. In case the judge is an imposter, we can just tell him to bend over and show us his if he's got a peach tattoo on his right butt cheek. If we ever need to do that. That is entirely too much information, Your Majesty. Information on everyone who enters the clergy is maintained at the temple. All we have to do is look up a monk with a mark in the same spot. Are you still going, Savada, or are you finished up with Siege for today? Or tonight, I should say. I know that it's your weekend, so probably like either going off to bed or still going. That would not be necessary if you seek information on the clergy. I have it all right here. Oh my, you never cease to amaze. So tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill? There is just one. His name is... Oh my god. Again. Again. They can never end with the puns. What's the name of the mystery person? It's not anonymous. It's not Parazolite. His name is Real Nemu. Okay. There we go, guys. And gals and children of all ages. Real Nemu. He became a monk 20 years ago. They can't get enough of these puns, I can tell you that. That must be the victim's real name. But why would he have tried to cover up his tattoo with another one? Must have been some reason. That's not important right now. The important thing is we know his real name. Right. Your Majesty, now that we know the victim's real name, the divination science might finally work. A lawyer who willingly seeks a seance? This is entirely unprecedented. You are but digging your own grave, defense. We won't know that until we try. Sure, it's risky, but it's our only hope. Very well, let the divination seance be held once more. Is she gonna do her spiel now, or do we have to, like, Why would a lawyer work so hard to see the divination seance be held once more? You are a fool, barbed head. And your foolishness showed you no gratitude for me. For with the truth revealed by my insights, I shall gladly seek your demise. Bring it on, princess. Because I will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights. You will regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insights as evidence. Alright, I guess she's gonna get another, we're gonna get another reprieve here.
Oh, Holy Mother, we hold this
Getting another
divination
reprieve.
seance in your name.
Now we get to, sit back a bit.
Let the
Welcome
eyes
everyone in
of
from all the
everyone
raids
here be
and
clear, and
that
our
everyone's
ears
doing well
be
this,
unstopped.
Doing well tonight. Keeping our numbers up, which is nice. We're
Oh,
making
dance
some good
of
progress.
devotion,
I'm,
guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
I can probably skip this, but I'm not gonna skip it just in case something happens, because it's fine. We'll let this play out. Because why not? This is the seance dance. Unfortunately, the gameplay with the seance isn't dance what a dance. I get that reference. No, it's not quite Demix. Not quite as annoying as Demix. Good boss music for Wukong? I mean, yeah, it would probably work. Then again, I've heard the Wukong, I've heard some of the Wukong music, and it's actually really good, so I think they did a good job on that too. I will be playing that at some point in time, but I don't know when. It's a long time away, I think. God damn it, Demix. Demix is still living on in my, in the thing, that damn, I had so much trouble beating Demix as a kid. I could not beat him, that second fight, you know, the second fight, like, as a kid, I had so much trouble with that character. And I was so satisfied when I finally played Final Mix, and you could just, Demix is like the easiest of the organization members to beat in the data fights. Demix is like the easiest character to beat. But yeah, I'm not, this isn't really set in an area. So the normal games are set in what people would dub as Japanifornia. It's basically a Japanese, like, law system set in California. This game, this particular thing though, I'm guessing it's more like a Buddhist kind of thing. So I mean, it would fit as a Wukong set piece, I guess. It is just as Mr. Wright surmised. Praise a lot wasn't the victim's true name. And now at last we have seen the victim's final moments. But all we could see was the ground. You seem terribly disappointed. I take it you did not find any fodder for one of your infamous turnabouts. I, on the other hand, have discovered something. Conclusive evidence that establishes the accused's guilt. You did? A most surprising surprise attack. So, tell us, Prosecutor Samari, what is this conclusive evidence you have found? The Plum Punisher theme song that the deceased heard. Please consider this item here. It was confiscated from the accused during your interrogation. Hey, that's my Plum Punisher strap. When you press the Nagatama on the Plum Punisher's belt. Seems the accused inadvertently pressed the button in the midst of her crime. This strap is an extremely rare item, is it not, Miss Faye? You better not break it. It's only one of those in the whole wide world. Maya, no! She just admitted that it was hers. Oh, damn it, Maya. It's just as I said. Your flights of fancy have come crashing down on you. She sure seems to be enjoying this. Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either. It's time to accept the fact that the divination seance is far more than mere evidence. It is the very truth that brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused. What is as conclusive as evidence can get? Now then, if there are no further obligations...
Objection!
Slow down there, your majesty. At least let me make a counter-argument. What's this? Do you take issue with the divination seance? Oh, I have issues with it. I just don't know what they are yet. But that's never stopped me before. Divination seance is not the absolute truth. It only becomes the truth after it's been interpreted correctly. You do not know when you are beaten, do you, you foolish lawyer? I am the only one who speaks for the minima of the deceased. If you believe there to be errors in my insights, then let us see you prove it. Alright, now we have to get into this part of the gameplay, which is kind of difficult to figure out. So Rafe is insight. The victim was offering up his prayers. It was the night of the rite. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. Then someone was there, and the themes of the Plum Punisher filled the air. The accused held the defenseless victim down and plunged her knife into his neck. The blade struck true, and in that instant, he departed from this world. This is the hard part, where you've got to, like, match up her statement with a particular portion of the area, and also, like, it's like 3 different things. I don't really like this system. That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments. Her benevolence and his insights have painted a detailed picture, both vivid and true. Didn't notice any holes there. As they stand now, those insights are really stacked against us. I'll just have to go over each and every one of the deceased sensations very carefully. Alright, so what have we got? Gingill, Plum Punisher theme, heavy. And then pain, so that's obviously the input. So, I guess the very first thing would be the Gingill, because that's the specific, the stuff with the Gingill is, that's the, what is it called? That's that special thing that they were using in the particular, thing, so... It was the night of the right. Oh, right, yeah. It was the night of the right, though it's dark and the patterns on the plaza's ground were visible. So, the Gingle, the reason why I think that's what it is. There shouldn't be a scent of Gingle in the air, because the Gingle was consumed the day prior, not on the day of the rite. So that would mean the Gingle shouldn't be there. So now I'm gonna figure out where the Gingle appears. So I guess if I present the Gingle, because this shouldn't be here. On the night of the rite, there shouldn't be any smell of Gingle because that was consumed the night before. And you would presume it shouldn't linger around after that long.
Objection!
Was it really the night of the rite? What do you mean? It could not be otherwise. The accused slew Acolyte Zealot after killing the High Priest during the purification rites. Only problem is the deceased spirit does not corroborate that. What's this? Yeah, that's what makes sense as well. Take a good look at what the victim smelled. Do you see how it goes? How it says Gingle? Acolyte Zealot shouldn't have smelled any Gingle on the night of the rite. What do you mean? Let me back up my statement with some evidence for you. This should explain how the victim couldn't have smelled Gingle on the night of the rite. We have the... There should be a statement. I believe. This. Walib's statement was talking about, like, the Gingle stuff was prepared during the feast and the day before the rite. So you shouldn't have been able to smell that particular smell without something else.
Take that!
My priest's wife, believe in me, told me about Feast of Blessings. The feast includes a number of Gingle-based dishes, and they're only supposed to be served at a certain time the day before the rite. Why, I believe you're right. I completely forgot about that. During the feast, the unique smell of Gingle pervades the entire kingdom. The fact that the victim smelled it means he was murdered between noon and 3 PM, the day before the purification rite.
That's enough!
I am not so easily fooled. Did that autopsy report not make it clear? The estimated time of death was during the rite. Oh right, I told her about that yesterday. Forgive me, your benevolence. The estimated time of death is just that, an estimate. Depending on the circumstances, it's possible for it to change. What's this? Like if the body was kept cold, the slow rate of decay makes the death seem more recent. I believe I have heard something of the sort before. It is as Mr. Wright claims. The estimated time of death is in the autopsy report will have to be revised. So, autopsy report updated in report record. Bob's head, you blinded me with science. Sorry. Wait, what am I apologizing for? No matter. The murder may have occurred in the afternoon hours the day before the rite. Nevertheless, the murder weapon with the accused's prints on it is incontrovertible evidence. I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth. So she's changed it to, it was the afternoon of the day before the rite, though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza ground was visible. So that's been changed. And then everything else is the same. The time of death has been corrected, leaving my insight infallible. Changing the time of death is bound to cause some sort of an inconsistency. If I had something that showed what it was like on that day, it could really help. Okay. So now we've got... I'm assuming the amended statement is going to be... what we have to submit on. It was the afternoon of the day before the ride. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. I'm not sure if that's the case. I think that there's going to be something else that's coming up with this. I think we have to, I think maybe the floor. I'm not sure where I have to present the floor. I'm assuming because it's mentioning about it being the afternoon of the day before. Though it's dark, the pattern is visible, but, yeah, the games have a lot more so it's a little bit hard. The 3D game, the DS games and stuff, like the original Trilogy, those are flat, like flat 2D, so it's not, these games are 3D though. The last two that we've played, this one and the previous one, they are from the 3DS. So because they're from the 3DS, it's a little bit different. They will look a little bit, they look a little bit differently. But again, for a game that's essentially a visual novel, they give you a lot more to go through and stuff. Changing the date and time of the crime. They definitely do have a good visual appeal to them. It's caused new inconsistency to surface. Plus, you get a wide variety of scenes. You get animated cutscenes, you get the scenes that you saw with her dancing, you get the stuff with the seances here, you get all this other stuff with the other things, and things like that too. So, yeah. But I think on that note, now that we're already into this thing, I think this might be a good point for me to end the stream. I've enjoyed this case a lot. We did a little bit of the trial at the end. The exploration was probably not as good as the first part, but the second part was really good because we got to see That's a Rebel, and again, more name puns, more of all that stuff, which is always good to experience and good to see. What have I got to say, really? The music hasn't really changed, graphics haven't really changed a lot, we haven't seen any new animated scenes yet. Gameplay, the seances are a little bit easier to understand, I guess, but I still don't really like them. I don't really like them, to be honest. I think that's the one flaw that I have with this game. I just don't like the seance section, it's a little bit confusing. Story-wise, it's getting... I feel like we're getting to a point with, yeah, there was tons of people here today. We got up to 11. We got up to 11 viewers today, which is just great to have. Like, see the progress and stuff go as we do. It's been such a fun stream. I like playing these games. I know they're not for everybody, but like I stand by this, that there's always something that someone will like about these games, whether it's the music, the graphics, the funny characters, the funny moments, the, what is it called? The, yeah, any day now, probably, I keep saying within the week, but it's like, well, my aim is sometime in September. That's the best way that I'm thinking about it. I'm trying not to jump too far ahead of the gun, because I don't want to get too overconfident with, things. I just want to be consistent, and I enjoy seeing everyone coming in. I enjoy seeing the raids. We're getting a lot more story stuff now, though. Obviously, we now know that Dhurke is the adopted father of Apollo. We know that Apollo and the prosecutor know each other somehow. All the stuff with the Lady Garan, we're getting figured out. That seems like they want to do something in such with that. Rafa and Maya are very similar as well. So much stuff that I would have to go over with this. We now know, how do I put it this way? Yeah, that's what I said, I just need time. I have a lot of loyal lurkers, I guess I would say. Loyal lurkers, raiders, followers, viewers, any way that you want to put it. Like, again, I linger around a lot of streams as well, because I just like to... I like to see what everyone else is up to. I like to see what, you know, I like to have fun with other people. I know that my content doesn't aim for everybody, but I like to try and interact with everyone and make them feel welcome and a part of something, because they are a part of something. You know, being a part of my stream is important to me and stuff like that. So yeah, we've got a lot that we have to cover with this case. I think, like, again. Razorlot's being killed. We didn't even get to meet the guy. He's going under his actual name is Real Name because, of course, you know, pun. We got to find out that the bearded guy that's a rebel who is obviously a rebel, part of the insurgents. And then we've still got to figure out what's happening here. We found the secret hideout. We found a few other things. It seems like Rafe is kind of letting us do a little bit more. She's kind of still herself, but she's also kind of still doubting other things too. But yeah, That's a Rebel was a really cool character. Like, I liked his interactions with the running away, escaping from the thing where we're up on 2 murder charges. All the history that he's talking about with the... I think that's going to come back in the next case. Because we only have 1 more case to go after this one. Actually, no, this is case 3, isn't it? Alright, we're still on case 3. This case is taking a long, long time, but I'm enjoying it quite a bit. It's a really fun thing to unravel. But yeah, the Defiant Dragons being like ex-lawyers who were like rebelling against the system because of the whole assassination stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. It's nice to have word of mouth that isn't coming directly from me. Like, I remember the days where I had no viewers, and like the fact that I have lurkers that just like hanging around and just like, even if they're not chatting, they're spending time with you know, chat and doing all this other stuff. Like, again, I have a lot of loyal lurkers. And it's like, it's just one of those things, like, you know, you be nice to other people, you help them out, you talk with them, you joke around, you do all sorts of things. It really, really helps with networking, and, I'm definitely seeing things pay off a lot more now. I feel like I'm a lot more open than I used to be. I think that's just from confidence. Once you start gathering your own following, I think that's when you start getting a lot more confidence in yourself. That's how I definitely feel. I feel like I'm a lot more confident than what I was before. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I would really need to cover with the characters in this thing. The characters are all great. The story so far is good. I think we're going to be covering more character stuff in the later cases. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, I don't need everybody to be watching, but I appreciate everyone who does. I appreciate everyone who raids, follows, lurks, spreads the word, does whatever they, you know, whatever they do to help support me in the stream going forward. It helps me out a lot. Also helps me meet a lot of other cool folks that do a lot of streams themselves and things like that. I feel like I'm rambling at this point, but I always ramble, so it is what it is, you know. So I'm not sure what the plan for tomorrow will be. It will probably be... I'll probably try and stream again, but Sundays now are more so I end streams earlier on Sunday, and sometimes I will do a stream later at night to make up for the early stream finish. I've been doing that only for Sundays though, because of just other commitments and stuff, so I might be back for 2 streams tomorrow, I might be back for 1 stream tomorrow, it just depends on a lot of things. When I get up, when I do all this uploading stuff, it just takes a while. It takes a long time to get all this stuff sorted out, so, yeah. So that being said, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you like, comment, and subscription on this video, you get monetization. It helps me make more content for everyone. So more testimonies to find. I'm working on more Plat passings as well as I switching things up some games on the Switch. No, sorry. I uploaded my past Plat Let's Plays and Let's Plays to the YouTube channel. Right now, I don't have access to my links, so I'm gonna have to wait until I think the 1st of October to get all my links back on YouTube. They took them all away from me for some reason. I don't know why. It just is what it is. So you can find all my past videos and all in. Need to organize playlists going forward for that too. As well as my games list, which has those in there as well. All my speedrun stuff, upcoming games we're going to be buying. When we get to affiliate, I'm going to implement a voting system that we can either vote or like use channel points to choose the next game. Give me a little bit more viewer interactivity. Give me a gauge of what people want me to play, at least from the list. I'm not going to just randomly play any game because I don't want. There's a channel when I even have them. And I'm really trying to get through my backlog, as well as a lot of DLC stuff. We'll see how it goes. I might be doing some DLC for something coming up as well, depending on if I get the Edgeworth game in time or not. Upload everything to YouTube because I have a 7-day limitation on my videos before they do their Twitch forever, so I want there to be a separate place for everyone to find my content, which to do so. More Plat and speedrun stuff coming up as well. More the live speedrun notes are done. Actually, the live notes have been getting updated again because there was another world record attempt that was done, and that was about 3 or 4 minutes faster. So I need to update my notes for that. Halfway through the Tactica speedrun, the Octopath Traveler individual levels are coming along. Also, the Edo Japan pacifist and genocide routes. I'm going to work on those too. And yeah. Yeah, again, I cannot, I'm sure, like, Serrata and, like, other people can attest to this. I cannot thank Panda enough for, like, Panda is in everyone's streams. Again, he's so supportive of everyone. Like, he will work for so many people. And whenever I see Panda in the chat, he's always chatting away, making jokes, all that good stuff. Like, he is, Panda is great. Plenty of people can attest how good Panda is. Like, he will, he's a true lurker and a true, like, follower of, like, streams. He helps out so many people. I can't thank him enough, honestly. Like, it's just one of those things, you know? Follow me on Twitch. Yeah, but it's all good. Like, again, like, if someone's here for 5 minutes, 5 hours, you know, a whole day, like, I don't, any kind of support helps out so many people. It's just, and also keep in mind that when you lurk in a stream, and somebody raids, you still carry over to that stream, so you're still supporting even if you're asleep, in some cases. But it's like, it's just one of those things, like, it's really good to network, it's fun to network with other people, and, see what their content's like. Yeah. Twitch 220 followers doing Pokemon Let's Go EV speedrun. We're very close to affiliate right now, we're at about 2.71, we'll see how this stream performs. I guess I'll have a look when I upload it. Yeah, that happens to me as well. I often, I'm in streams where I'm raiding, where they get raided, but I'm already in the stream. But it's just one of those things. It's still nice to see support though. But very close to affiliate. I'll see where we are when we get to there. But I have ideas. A lot of subscriber emotes and incentives to help support me and the channel going for the future. A lot more chat interaction, viewer interaction, channel point stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the ridiculous, like, things that people are going to recommend me to try and, like, do, but we'll see when it gets there. And you'll get a notification when I go live, which you're on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter to be notified when I go live, which I'm on Discord. I will send you an invite to my friends' Discord server, close to 2,000 members. Still going strong for topics and gamers to discuss that as well. I'm very sure that to get a notification when I go live on that as well. You can't wait for channel points. I can't wait for them either. I need ideas. Once I get some ideas down, I will start implementing them, try and figure out how much they all should be worth. It gives me a good idea of how I can better engage with my viewers and see who, you know, maybe I can make some sort of insane, like, thing, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Also, if you wish to know my stream overlay that are useful for my future content going forward, you can find a link down below in the description box for that as well. Alright, so as always, before we finish off stream, I always like to raid somebody before I head off. If anyone has any raid requests, I will be happy to take them. Otherwise, I will just see who there's anybody online right now that I can give the raid back to, or I can help them out of it. You know what? We do have. You know what? Serrata is still online. Why not? We should just. Also, I just realized right now, Lollipop Chainsaw came out today, didn't it? Lollipop Chainsaw, I believe, came out today. The PS5 version. I might be playing the PS5 version, but I will get the PS4 version at some point. I'm gonna return the raid back. I'm gonna return the raid back to Serrata. They raided me twice today, so let's show them some support and also thank them for things. So thank you everybody for watching. And with all that being said, have a good day, night, wherever you all are, and I will see you all in the next stream.